Alright, hello and welcome to the continuation of the most important thing ever, clearly. I don't know if I say that in reference to necessarily my take on it, or if I say that in reference to the thing itself. That would probably make more sense, the latter would. But after sleeping for not even 8 hours, I'm pretty sure, and being faced with the beautiful, beautiful alarm clock that is renovation noises, it's time to return to this and hope that I can... Okay, I was gonna say hope that I can get the correct software capture thing to show up here, and apparently I can. Here I go. Thanks for the 5 bits, Redbear, hello. And... well, hopefully that looks fine. It's time to return to Bloodstained once more. I'm basically time to start over for a couple of reasons. First, this is the actual Steam version, and second, pretty sure this actually has the day 1 patch applied, which I don't think the version that I played for a little while last night did. Let's see exactly what this is going to look like, because I did actually, do a quick launch of this executable just to see that nothing was really broken, and as you can see, there's more options here in the... well, I mean, I think that just has to do mostly with the like right off the bat. Mostly with the, what do you call it? With the fact that it's a PC version and not a console thing. The music is louder. Screen mode... like, you're not gonna get to some of this stuff in, on console, I feel, but... you can see I've got everything sorted out so far. There's also, however, the sound mode, which was pretty much completely absent from the PS4 version that I played last night. You can check all 843 voices. I don't know if you can... I don't know if I would want to do this right now, though. Or rather, let's just dive right into the game, as I've already done once. Let's see if this looks any different. Ooh. There's a beta save. I didn't think that would be there, but yeah, it looks like I can somehow able to access a save from the beta version of this. I am kind of confused by that, but I don't think we're gonna mess around with that, actually, because that's like from a 2-year-old demo, like I said. Probably not really a great idea, but oh boy, here it is. That took... I was a little surprised that they hadn't done that in a little while. But yeah, I do expect there's going to be intermittent hammering in the background, maybe a few other noises, but I'll try to keep that, the feedback from that on the stream to a minimum if I can help it. Even if that scraping or whatever they're doing right now is also quite loud, however, like that's probably just going to start the game right away so I can... hold on. Backer ID, what? Hold a second, what is that exactly? I don't know if it's a good idea to show this out. Hold on. Oh, don't proceed with that name. What is it? Backer ID. What? Am I supposed to, like, enter this? Enter my backer ID here and get something? Hold on. I'm actually confused by this. Because, I am an actual backer for this game, so I guess I'm gonna try it. I don't know if this is gonna be what kind of effect this is gonna have, if anything, but let me check. I think I saw an announcement on the FAQ channel, and the FAQ channel thingy, and I for the Discord for this game, and yeah, backer manager and you're a backer. Hold on, let me check my email for like the Fangamer emails, which are, I think, should tell me my ID. Yeah, there it is. So how do I format this? Format is letters, numbers, where only the numbers needs to be written in the game. Okay, so that's what I was referencing to. No, don't confirm that. I haven't done a thing yet. How do I write this? Okay. hash or pound or whatever you want to call that. No, don't confirm. I didn't tell you to do that. And numbers. Yes. Okay. I think that's correct. Right, I have my backer ID registered to this, I guess. I'm not really sure what effect that's gonna have in the game, but I guess we can make this visible again. I really have no idea, but hey, it's apparently a feature, and apparently I don't even know if I should be bothering to hide that, but because, you know, I already claimed all my codes and, you know, for the game and whatnot. But something that I haven't done yet is, well, that hasn't happened yet, and it will not be happening for quite a long while, is just me getting the physical delivery of this game, because it's gotta have all the stuff on disc that hasn't released yet, the add-ons, so I don't know. I have a feeling I shouldn't go with a default name like last time, but I already did this stupid name on the PS4 version, so I'm not gonna do that again. I don't know, what words that are also inherently silly are similar to the name Miriam? How about something like, you know, decisions. How about something like, damn it, I'm gonna need this again. What happens if I try to, like... Okay, never mind. Let me try this. Okay, what are some words that rhyme with Miriam? Miriam, bacterium, and delirium. Actually, that's not even bad. Can I fit this into the thing? Yes, I can. Fuck it, I'm gonna go with this. What could possibly go wrong? And, yeah, we have to pick normal difficulty like we saw before, because hard nightmare mode are not initially available. I don't know this, it's time to shut off for the intro and see if this looks different at all.
That threatened to transform the values of men. No longer would spirituality be their compass. But not all welcomed the change. In 1783, just as the fires of the Laki eruption had plunged all of Europe into an ashen darkness, a horde of demons spilled from the shadows and fell upon city after English city. It was a message. The Alchemy Guild, fearing the rise of industrialism and abandonment by their wealthy patrons, had done the unthinkable to defend their existence. Through recondite arts, the alchemists had created shard binders, humans transplanted with crystal that attuned them to demonic power. They sacrificed the shard binders, and in doing so threw the gates of the world open to demonkind. Countless innocents died, and though the church succeeded in vanquishing the Hell Sent, a steep price had already been paid and collected. As for the shard binders, they were presumed to have all died in the sacrificial rite. However, two survived. Jeeble, a boy for whom by some miracle the rite did not prove fatal. And Miriam, a girl who was spared the rite altogether on account of the strange slumber that took her just before it could begin. 10 years have passed. Mankind too soon forgets tragedy. The demons have returned, presaged by a great castle. And on this very hour, Miriam awakens. Upon learning Jeeble is the architect of this new, bloodstained ritual, Miriam and the alchemist Johannes set forth for the accursed castle. Their galleon cuts through the water, lancing towards the inevitable.
Alrighty. Pretty sure that the graphics in that little intro sequence are actually a little bit more touched up in this version than what I saw last night. Game is quiet. Maybe it's just that scene that seems kind of quiet, because it was actually pretty quiet compared to how freaking loud the song on the title screen was. Hopefully it'll get better though. I don't know. I feel that the audio balance in this might be something that needs to be touched upon a little more.
Johannes, are you certain it was...
Actually, hold on, let me turn it up a bit again on my end, because I had to actually turn it down, because that opening, what do you call it, song was so loud, but... Turn it up a bit again, because I actually turned the volume down on the stream too, because of that. Back up to 30% you go.
It was Jeebel's doing, Miriam. No mistake.
It's so hard to believe. I wouldn't even be alive if not for him. He's a good soul.
Okay, just trying to figure out if my, you know, I have the fan on as always. I was trying to figure out if that was a factor in it getting picked up by the microphone, but apparently not. And the voices are quiet, got the same problem as watching TV. They all whisper than music blurs. Yeah, that's something that I noticed as well, but...
I know how you feel. But the facts are apparent.
At least they do seem to give the voices more focus in the actual dialogue scenes.
The hell he endured 10 years ago would break the best of souls, Miriam. I want you to know that I'm sorry. What my brothers subjected you to... There's no forgiving it.
It was their transgression, not yours.
Oh, damn it.
Not enough.
You did a lot for us, but I mean, we heard all this dialogue last night. I'm sure the voice clips are different.
Well, let it go, Johannes. We need to focus on the task ahead. If Jeebel is responsible for the summoning, then I have to stop him. I gave him my word.
I ought to do it. He was my best friend.
But I'm the only one who can. The shard experiments prepared me for combat. Let them amount to something.
He was my friend.
10 whole years. What put me in that sleep?
I wish I had the answer. All I know is the spell that stopped time for you was advanced, arcane.
Okay, so it didn't just put her to sleep, it stopped time for her. I guess I would explain why she didn't age at all.
But by observing the ebb of the magic's hold on you, I was able to predict exactly when you would wake up.
Oh, I see.
We'll make landfall soon. You should get ready. I had the chest there packed with essential equipment. Now would be a good time to put it on.
Okay, so we're in control. And, should have a crisp 60 frames per second going on. We got our kicks from our default no weapons equipped thing. Let's just get the chest and go through the motions here. Up at the menu, equipment can be found inside the equipment thing. We can equip this stuff, and I equipped the shoes for my run that I did of the ship on the other version, so I'm gonna go try the knife this time, I guess. It's pretty much all we got, the weapons, so...
Good. You're prepared. The next order of business is to...
I'll take care of it.
You get attacked by the squigs. Attack them very aggressively until we ourselves get attacked by the flying shard. Here, I'm getting the achievements again.
Was that a shard?
I'd forgotten the way it felt. Like uninvited claws scraping across my bones.
The demon's power was transmuted into that shard, which forcibly bonded to the crystal embedded in your body. The strength you gain from it is undeniable, but eventually, the crystal will devour you.
I thought the procedure you discovered halted the corruption.
It did, but that doesn't guarantee you'll be safe if you start absorbing shards in massive quantities.
I know my body's limits better than anyone, and I'm going to need all the power I can get. And if I run into trouble, you can help me. You've done it before. You'll do it again.
I can just say this nonchalantly.
Thanks for giving me a choice in the matter. Well, I won't let you down. Not if I can help it. Just promise you won't push yourself.
Yeah, that guy looked a lot goofier in the
How
demo, I
do they get
remember that.
inside?
It's like, see him running very slowly. For a few frames before he gets dragged off.
The demons from the castle must have infested the ship.
So that's been touched upon a little bit at
Then
least.
they can help me wake up these muscles of mine. I'll wipe the deck with them.
Alright. Time to go shank some monsters this time instead of kicking them in the face. Oh boy, here we go. There are Archives demons. I'm guessing this is gonna be more or less the same as I saw last night. We got Morte, got Sima, we got their them. Oh wait, we can actually zoom in to the thing with this. I don't think we could do that in the PS4 demo that I played. Maybe they added that as part of the day one patch, I don't know. So yeah, I get a feeling that at least a few things are gonna be different. Because this does have that patch applied. Jump higher. Pop that potion when you die.
Device responds to magic. Maybe I just need to hold my hand up to it.
Get wrecked by the bosses in this game, actually. So let me tell you, the Viper boss does seem significantly harder than... or kills me significantly easier than any version of the Viper boss that I fought in the demos, even though it was right in the game from the first E3 demos. As you might remember, but I don't know if anyone would actually... I know, Aiello seems like it has a little less health, at least that version of it. By that version of it, I mean maybe they have the thing where... they have in some of the Metroidvania games where enemies have like different stats depending on the area they're on, or different levels. So I do remember the Aiello and later areas taking like a few hits. Or not even in different areas, just like in the demo, or in the demo in the version that I played last night. That wasn't a demo, it was the pre-day one patch thing. Fuck, I'm losing my ability to articulate. It was that thing, and I don't know, it seemed like they take a lot more damage in that. If I do try to run the PS4 version again, it probably will have had an update, or it will ask me to update it now. I had to imagine. Let's see, can I head the burb, or... I'll do. There, just want to kill the burb. But yeah, I do notice that apparently the, at least the loud parts of the music do seem significantly louder than the loud parts of the dialogue. I don't know if they even could say at this point that there are loud parts of the dialogue, but music does seem significantly louder. I wonder if I should adjust that, because I get a feeling that you're gonna want to listen to the music more. Regardless, that's a bit more the highlight of this, you might say. But we'll see. Okay, I thought maybe this would be the Canon Holy, but I guess not yet. Just gotta get that potion on. I'll just keep going for a little while. Oh yeah, and hey, we can read books. This time I actually know to look out for these bookshelves, and now I'm actually aware that they have there's a reason why I should look at them, basically. Yes, I am Miriam Delirium. That's my friggin' save name right now. Time to look for breakable bolts. I'm pretty sure that bolt's gonna break, but not like just by normally attacking it. It's gonna be by way of the cannon on the other side. Speaking of which, I'm pretty sure that I'm actually gonna have to go this way to progress. This is where the cannons are. The Morte cannon. The not Bone Tower enemies. So we'll be going down here first, because this is where the secrets are. Hey look, it's a secret breakable wall. Might have known. That's the achievement that I get. At least you don't always have to see the achievement pop-ups in the Steam version, because if you do well, when I stream them, that is, because when you do software capture, then the overlay stuff that Steam has doesn't actually show up on the game window on the stream. So I'm gonna have to tell you that at my discretion when that shows up. 1000G, 5G, these... Okay, so these blue jars are MP max up, the little red Fabergé X things are HP max up, and the little gun stand thingies are ammo max up, I guess. Oh, hold on. Speaking of which, if I look at the looking at the UI right now, it's sure you get health numbers and you get MP numbers, which seems kind of surprising because the MP numbers do. Because you don't really get MP numbers in any of the older Metroidvania games. There he is. I'm still tempting fate by trying to do the attack sync thingy every single time I get like a new enemy shard. Because like I said, that basically caused a glitch in the last demo version that they put out where you kinda got stuck. Just tempting fate by invoking that glitch to appear. And then I'm happy every time because they actually fixed it completely. Guess this is my speedrun of the Galleon Minerva though so far. I mean, I already played through this part of the game, not even just last night, but also pretty much on every demo that they put out, they've all had this stage. So I'm honestly a bit more interested in finding out what lies beyond the whatchamacallit. What lies beyond the area where I stopped playing last night, basically. The part with the evil barbers. I'm quite intrigued by this. Okay, oh shit, you can one-shot the cannon with the fire spell. That's interesting. And get Elm and cannon scrap. I feel like we might have had some extra difficulty nerfs in this version. I don't know, maybe I'm just imagining things and I'm just poking out my ass when I say that, but maybe I've just, I don't know, the impression that the PS4 launch version that I played last night left me with is basically, goddamn, it's been so long since a game like this has kicked my ass because I didn't know exactly what to expect because I hadn't played it a million times already. And the fact that I actually have something new. Something that I don't actually know like the back of my head because I played it a million times after so long makes me happy. I've said that before and I'll say it again because I feel like I cannot reiterate that enough. Oh yeah, there's a book thing here. Flashing air kick. You can do this with the Kung Fu shoes and dragon shoes, really. Up to 3 spinning kicks by repeating the same command. Okay, guess we better try it out. It's gonna be go Ixnay on the whatchamacallit. The knife, I guess. Should probably switch to something else. Let me try the musketoon actually real quick, just so I can see how bad the guns are in the... Pretty much didn't try any guns at all in the... Didn't try any guns at all in the PS4 thing that I did last night. Because I didn't really like how the guns operated in the last demo that they did. They kind of sucked, at least the Infinite Bullet did. But they might be a little bit better now. Might actually... Hold on, let me try the special move that I saw for the other... for the shoes. Ooh, and she actually fucking counts in French when she does that. I don't know if you heard that. Fucking un, deux, trois. Well, actually, let me see how the gun measures up against this dude. Yeah, I get the feeling that the infinite rounds for the guns are actually gonna be much more manageable than this. And they were in the demo. Much more useful, I guess. Than manageable. I'm probably going to be using the gun too much right now. Well, when I have this short sword, I can use to swat things away and that. It's a little bit more, a little bit closer to the original, traditional Metroidvania experience, I guess. With Symphony. Symphony had so many swords and I like all of them. Apparently there's some kind of secret in the... Okay, hold on. How do you... Okay, you use select in this... or whatever is in the place of selecting the Xbox controller, which I'm not using. I'm still using the PS4 controller, as you might expect, to bring up the map as opposed to using the I don't know, weird touchpad button that the PS4 controller has for anything. But yeah, there's gonna be quite a few parts of this first stage that we're not even gonna be able to access right now, as we've discovered. Well, as we discovered on the stream last night, but also as I've already discovered in a lot of the demos for this area, like I said. Oh, that's where I got 3 seeds from that chest I can use with the farmer guy when that guy eventually shows up in the hub. I'll destroy you. And I'll unlock the shark right after I grab this like coin of 10, I think. You can kind of tell, I don't know if it's quite so simple, but you can tell how much the coins are worth by just by looking at them before you pick them up. That's not a coin, that's one of those magic roses thing. What about this torch thing? It looks bluish, so if it's bluish with a hole in the middle, it's a coin of 10. Here's Mr. Crate Boss, and that fucking meme. 10. Pretty sure I've seen coins that are worth more. Like, that one has got a bit of an S snake pattern. I guess that's a coin of 5. I don't know how visible that's on the stream actually, but how would that matter? Oh god. Okay. I don't think the Dollar Hammer enemies even had the thing where they just swing the thing immediately without doing like the 3 swings in preparation attack in the demos. They just always do the 3 swings in preparation. So even the enemies that I already knew from the demos have new attack patterns going on. They're gonna surprise me, presumably. So here's the thing. I'm pretty sure I can get on this mast thing, but I don't think I can actually go much further than that. Well, maybe I can get on this mast thing. There we go, because this actually swings back and forth, kind of. But I cannot get off this mast thing and also make it to the next platform, because it's too far, but that's fine. Okay, it's boss time again. But very, very dangerously close to getting my ass kicked by this boss. Even though I fought this boss already like a bunch in the demos, like I said, which surprised me how apparently the difficulty may or may not have been ramped up for this, so this time I'm going to cautiously proceed with that in mind. And yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it on this stream so far, but we basically have I have the controls for you know, confirm and refuse buttons inverted again, so that it's closer to the DS Castlevania control scheme.
So, Sleeping Beauty, you've decided to awaken.
It's time for a dialogue scene, so time for you. Press the mute thing.
Jeeble, tell me you didn't do this. It doesn't make any sense.
How does it not? After all the sins humans wrought upon us?
Johannes told me what they did to you. And you're right, it's horrible. But what you're doing now is just as bad.
No! No, there you are. Very wrong. What the alchemists did was reshuffle our bodies. What I intend to do is reshuffle the world. I'd say I've earned the right. Join me, Miriam. You're the only one who understands the pain I feel. What it's like to no longer be human.
What? I never thought I'd hear those words from you. I was the one that came to you broken. Convinced I was a monster. And you told me...
This is nonsense.
You told me our power doesn't make us good or bad. Our choices do. I'd given up on my humanity, but you restored my hope. Don't you remember?
Master Jeeble, we must return.
Yes. Miriam, I tire of reminiscing with you. You're here to kill me, aren't you? Then first prove you can find me. Along the way, you'll have no choice but to absorb shards and avail yourself of the powers of hell. If you can still claim to be human at the end of it all, then perhaps I might be more inclined to listen. Come, Gregory. We're leaving.
There we go. There's the weird moon illusion that apparently that wormery does. It's the same kind of weird moon effect that I see in that red room in the garden. Which, you know, makes me suspicious, but I guess it'll be addressed or not in time. Oh boy. Oop, okay. Gotta try so hard to not get fucking baited by the tentacle attacks and apparently fail. Damn it. I'm actually kind of very confused as to how easy or difficult it's gonna be to even avoid getting hit by the... Okay. Avoid getting hit by those freaking... that spit attack from when she's over on the right side. That's always right in her face that its face spits those projectiles. I guess you can stand right here and duck, and that's how you can kind of avoid that. Oh shit. Okay, you take contact damage from her boobs, alright. I was not aware of that in the slightest. Damn it. Yeah, I see the tentacle approaching. Kinda would like to attempt not having to use a potion for this, you know, first boss in the game, this baby challenge for babies. It's actually gonna be kind of tricky, I think. But yeah, it's not quite as simple as just, you know, stand in place and oh, I guess I should probably use magic. It's probably help me take care of this faster. Oh, or actually die, alright. For some reason, I thought I had the timing for that better, but might be the only time I've actually died to that boss. Oh boy. No time to... No comma, time to try that again. I am determined though to try to do this without potions though, because I actually did basically couldn't do that. Didn't manage to do that, I guess you could say. Alright, yeah, I didn't manage to beat this boss without using potions on the PS4 thingy, but I guess I'm gonna try it now, so just hit her in the face with a fire attack. And try to actually aim so that it hits her. A little bit difficult sometimes. And now I have to wait for my magic to come back, so I guess it's better that we, or it's good that we took care of the stuff earlier. By which I mean, I don't know, we exhausted the magic earlier so that I can look forward to that being replenished. Oh boy. Yeah, it's a little bit confusing trying to estimate when the what do you call it? Trying to estimate when the tentacle is going to hit the surface when she does that attack. One day I'll be able to articulate my thoughts and not just forget about them completely. Okay, so I'm out of magic for any more attacks, it looks like. In this face, which makes me sad because that's like the prime opportunity to hit her in the face. Let's just play it safe here. Yeah, that freaking tentacle is the least predictable part of this whole thing, I would say. Least predictable or most unpredictable. Okay, there we go. Guess I could say I've to some degree got a leg up on my former attempt at this boss, because at least this time I didn't have to use a potion just to survive. And we got
I saw it.
Viper Shard.
That was the Jeeble I know. I will put a stop to all this.
I'm gonna do my poses, I guess, or just stand here impatiently while the David Hayter voice clip
Bloodstained.
comes into focus. Alright, I get the feeling that load times in this are gonna be much better than on the PS4 though.
We're here.
Was this a village? What happened to it? The demons Jeeble summoned?
They've moved faster than we hoped. Miriam, we have to hurry. This was where we were supposed to meet our contact.
All right. But wait. Let me clear the area. There are still demons about.
Yeah, we're gonna clear the area though. I'm gonna do is return immediately on board the ship, which, you know, used to comment because the same thing happened in the last demo where it's like, you know, the ship is basically, well, it's on land, or at least the prow of the ship is, and you go back inside and the ship is rocking back and forth, but I kind of rationalize it by saying, hey, I guess most of the ship is still in the water. That would be a reason, or that would be an explanation for why it looks like this. Like, I hesitated there for a second because I was trying to find, like, I'm pretty sure the Spanish word for what I mean is, the state of the ship is encallado, and I was trying to think of an English word that sounded just like that for some reason. But then I realized it's not, probably not gonna find it just like that. But hey, we did it. I'm still very curious though as if, or as to whether there's gonna be like, some kind of medal or anything like the boss medals from Ecclesia where you can beat the boss without getting hit at all. Because I didn't manage to do that this run either, as you might have guessed, noticed, if you were all looking at that and you saw me get hit multiple times by the tentacles and whatnot. Oh boy. Oh. And here's the pathos scene again. Let's see if the character poses for this are gonna be any different, or if they're gonna be the same. I think that looked a little bit different. The animation, very subtle thing, no doubt. But I'm noticing this. What I'm curious though is if freaking Dominique's poses when the dialogue are gonna be any different.
Thank you, Miriam.
Okay, they are. Right, she actually looks like she did in the last demo, which looks a lot better than those weird-ass poses that we saw in the PS4 version last night.
You know who I am. And that means...
I'm sorry we couldn't get here sooner, Dominique.
So this is our contact.
Yes, the church sent me.
An exorcist. Then we're lucky to have you, Dominique.
And the church you, Miriam. Thank you for guiding her here, Johannes.
I forgot to you know what, hold on a second. There's something I need to do real quick. I'm gonna skip some scenes because I'm gonna make a special intervention of my own. I'm gonna restart this save that I did aboard the ship that I didn't even do in mind that I was gonna do this, but I'm actually kind of curious about that, because you might recall, like, that one box of dialogue in the PS4 thing that I played last night had, like, a little extra voice after that wasn't in the dialogue box. Yes, I'm gonna see if they took care of that in the Day 1 patch. I am very, very invested in this information, as you might have guessed. It's clearly it's gonna be the thing that makes or breaks the game for me. No doubt. Yeah, the Bone Mortys still have a lot of health. Hold on a second though. There's something I need to check, because like the other thing that's clearly gonna make or break the game for a lot of people is the fact that I can't even tell now. I think that is still the case. There are two spaces between the colon and the ritual on the title of the game on Steam, and the reason for that is because they kinda screwed up and they released the first E3 demo as a Steam item, and that one has the correct spacing for that, so When they release the actual game, it's like, god damn it, we can't use the exact same name formatting, so what are we gonna do? Let's put 2 spaces in, no one will notice, but a lot of people noticed, as you might imagine. Guess we're gonna skip this part and we'll get to the dialogue. Okay, here we go. Got spooked for a second.
Thank you, Miriam.
You know,
This is our contact, yeah, but...
Sorry.
so this is our...
Yes,
Okay.
the church sent me. As you can see, I know a thing or two about expelling demons.
Okay, so that's still there, I just didn't notice that previous time because I just skipped that immediately. So that's a little weird that they wouldn't have fixed that yet. Her extra dialogue. That's not on the dialogue box, even though it would honestly make more... I don't know. I don't know if it would make more or less sense, because it wouldn't make sense in the context of this. She didn't do anything to fight that demon, but if she doesn't say that, then this next line of dialogue doesn't make sense either.
an exorcist. Then we're lucky to have you, Dominique.
And the church you, Miriam. Thank you for guiding her here, Johannes.
I mean, I guess you could say that someone sent by the church in this situation would have to be an exorcist, but I'd still say that's a bit of a stretch.
You wouldn't have asked if it wasn't important, but you should tell us why you need her. Miriam isn't one to shy away from danger, but she deserves to be armed with all the facts.
Yes, very well. I told you when I contacted you that the Shardbinder Jebel is responsible for summoning the castle.
Yes, there's no mistake about that. He admitted as much.
What? You spoke to him?
Then let me get right to the point.
Yeah, this is a different angle, but the pose is still one that makes more sense than before, at least.
I find it curious that the outpouring of demons, facilitated by one Shardbinder, just happens to coincide with the sudden awakening of the other Shardbinder, after exactly 10 years.
You're right, it is strange. But the church doesn't get to drag Miriam into this just because the timing is odd.
Oh, do you decide for her then? I asked you to bring her here so she could see the horrors that have befallen the village and make an informed choice. I have no intention of forcing you, Miriam.
You don't have to. I gave Jebel my word that I would stop him. What happened here only strengthens my resolve.
Thank you, Miriam. I am sorry to put it on your shoulders.
Pardon me?
Oh, hello there. Are you all right? We didn't mean to ignore you.
I'm all right, thank you.
You are quite welcome. Do you have a name?
Anne?
What a lovely name! Anne, you shouldn't be out here. Let me take you somewhere safe.
Oh, all right.
Come on, this way.
You can literally just take a few steps over to the right side and then we'll be perfectly fine. Hold on. Like, we don't get any dialogue or anything immediately when we step into this room, do we? No, apparently we do. Never mind.
I did some looking around before, and this place seems secure.
Yes,
Okay.
agreed.
Johannes, you, Anne, and I will remain here. We can assist Miriam from safe ground.
What? We can't ask her to brave the castle alone?
Don't be foolish. She is trained in combat. Are you? We would only get in the way.
That's not the point.
I'll be fine, Johannes. Please don't worry.
All right, but we'll be here if you need us.
Let's not waste any time. We have a lot to do.
Come back if you need anything. I'll get a workshop running so I can perform alchemy for you.
Thank you, Johannes.
I know you're strong, but be careful.
I will.
Just gonna stand right here while you all shuffle off, so... Before I even go into any of these shops, so... I'm actually rather curious to see whether... Oh, there's the waste stone. I'm not gonna waste it this time. It's not gonna be a waste... bone. This time. So, okay, so... I guess you have to talk to them first, because the people that are supposed to show about here aren't actually here yet. I don't really see why you were able to, or I can really tell why you were able to use that waste stone yourself if it doesn't even do anything for you.
Ah, here she is. You have to marvel at the church's resources. Look at what they've provided for us.
I know, it's incredible.
So, what I can do for you here in the workshop is take materials you bring me and transmute them into new items. But the alchemy is easier to show you than explain. Here, I have some materials we can use. So let's try transmuting them.
Alrighty.
So, what'll it be?
Let's prepare some food, except we don't have enough for any of that, of course. We're gonna go hungry, just like in real life. Can make a claymore? We already have a claymore, I don't know when we got that. Wish I could make the freaking flamberge here. I don't know if... is that an option at all? Or is that like not even something I can get at all yet? Oh, there's the 8-bit coin items that I'm still intrigued by. I want to get some of those eventually, but boy, but not right now, obviously. I guess we'll just make another potion.
I'll go with this.
I'll go with this. And that'll be that. I don't know. How about the weapons? We can't, like, craft anything that we that's stronger than what we have. I guess the spear, Nadachi. Pelicus. I don't know, I kinda want this, honestly. Pelicus 1. Create and equip, and we're gonna be sticking with that much like I did before, and this time though we'll also make a spear, I think. Can't make the Nadachi because we need more iron. It's either that or the dull blade. I don't know. So we'll make a spear so we can
I'll go with this.
have that as an option at least. And that'll be that.
Once I've transmuted an item, I'll pass it on to Dominique so she can carry it at the supply post for you. I'll do my best to inform you of what items you can make from what materials. But when it comes to items I don't know about, you'll have to find a formula for me and bring it here.
I understand.
Also, the demon crystal you've obtained, the shards, those can be transmuted the same way as items. Each shard requires specific materials, but it's worth it to make your shards more useful. Try it when you get the chance.
I think I will.
Also, neither one of us has been eating well. No wonder, considering the struggle we've been through to survive. If you bring me the ingredients, I can use alchemy to prepare meals for us. With proper nutrition and a varied diet, you have the potential to get much stronger.
Just like in real life. Well, I mean, the diet is important, but so is actually doing something with all the nutrients you get from it, so... For example, I'm not gonna... Even if I have a varied diet, I'm not gonna get stronger ever, because... What the fuck am I doing with all that protein? I'm just gonna let it, fucking sit and... fucking protein sediment deposits deep within my... I don't know, wherever gravity takes it.
Dominique, what is all this machinery?
That is photographic equipment we've been working on.
Photographic?
To put it more plainly, it allows me to capture images of real life, landscapes, people.
What? Really? Can I try it?
Unfortunately, I don't have the silver bromide I need.
I'll see if I can find it. Be right back.
Yeah, this is top priority for me right now.
Oh, right. I need to find silver bromide.
I'm actually pretty curious as to how this is going to work once you actually have that, because, you know, we find the customization, the barber customization room already. So presumably there's gonna be some more,
Oh, hello!
Oh god.
I hope you're ready to loosen those purse strings.
What does that mean? Do you want me to buy from her shop? That was a bit of a...
So there are still demons outside. Oh, they're so scary.
bit of a grating voice, but I guess that would make sense for a child.
So there are...
Young British child.
Miriam, welcome. Since this is your first time here, let me tell you a little bit about the supply post.
Please.
I have made arrangements so you can buy and sell items here. I would have liked to provide what you need for free, but seeing as we are largely cut off from the church's funds out here, I will need money in order to keep the supply post stocked. I hope you don't mind paying.
No, I understand. I appreciate you doing what you can.
I can also buy shards from you if you no longer need them.
Wait, is trade in demon shards even allowed?
Of course. The church would sooner gather them up and make certain they are purified. I am not permitted to sell them, but I can buy them off you. You may want to keep extras, since possessing multiple shards of the same type amplifies its power. But there is a limit to how far that can go.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering about, because if it's like the Souls in Dawn of Sorrow, it's like you would have to, for a lot of them you would have to get to max them out just to get to the maximum power level, if they didn't already maxed out as the battle at their default level.
And more importantly, if you carry a large number of shards, your body's corruption.
I'm still wondering if that's going to be a mechanic.
I'll find a way to deal with that myself.
I still recommend selling your shards as a means of making money.
All right. I know you're looking out for me.
I think that explains everything. Now, would you like to have a look around?
Let's see. Suppose I would if I can press the button there. I don't even have any extras right now, do we? I have 2 of the Seema shard, but I'm pretty sure that, yeah, the grade is gonna go up. And until that grade stops going up, there's really no reason for me to sell anything. Okay, I've got nearly 3,000 gold. Which is not enough to buy the 8-bit coin right now. I guess I'm not really interested in buying anything new right now. Oh boy. Garbo hat. I'm pretty sure this hat was also an item in one of the Castlevania games, like Order of Ecclesia or something. Crown encrusted with cheap jewels. Apparently better than what I got right now, though, but I'm just trying to find better stuff than that just by looking around. I don't really feel compelled to buy anything right now, actually, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna buy stuff or find stuff just by walking around. As I've seen, as I saw in the little bit that I played already.
Thank you. I invited the other survivors inside where it's safe.
On PS4.
They all have troubles that need resolving. If you can spare them the time,
I'll do what I can.
I know you will. Come back anytime. I'll be praying for you.
So yeah, so they basically don't show up until you have this conversation, and now the one that wants you to kill things is there. Does she look different? Yeah. So her eyes was, so I guess this pretty much confirms that her eye was fucked up in the PS4 thing that I saw, because it didn't look like that at all.
Where are the others?
Dead, most of them. My dear husband included. Those devils have to pay. Those murderers. You look strong, miss. I'm begging you. Help me.
If it's within my power.
Oh, thank you. My name's Lindsay. What's yours?
Miriam.
Well, Miriam, I'll gather whatever information I can about the monsters that wronged us. I want you to hunt down the monsters and take vengeance on them. The efforts won't go unrewarded, I promise you that.
All right. I'll do it.
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters.
The death of assassin Julius Belmont, the Chandler. Target Iga. Oh, this is part of the DLC. I didn't even realize that. Apparently, Julius the Chandler was killed by Iga, who is supposed to be the super secret boss that you get as part of the DLC. That's well, the DLC that originated as like a backer exclusive thing, but it was made into DLC, which I'm perfectly fine with, for the record. I've said that many times. But this is just the default one. We'll just accept this one first, I guess.
Help my husband rest in peace. Kill that murderer dead!
Check out this animation.
Have you learned anything new?
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters.
So we're gonna be accepting that, I get the feeling. I don't think we're gonna be able to even get to the Iga's secret boss, because it's supposed to be like a secret super boss that's super late in the game or something.
Help Julius the Chandler rest in peace.
So it's probably gonna be for quite a while, at least.
Kill those murderers dead!
But later we're gonna go tell the shrink everything is crazy. It was 2 weeks ago. Oh boy. We just can't say H's except when we're not supposed to. Well, I don't know. I'm trying to remember. I don't know. I can't think of a British accent saying an H at an inopportune moment, though.
What a bloodbath. We were slaughtered.
Maybe this Scottish accent will remind me of when that happened. Or when that happens.
But you're not like us. You're strong. I saw you fighting.
Herb. I'm still gonna say herb.
Oh, it was more luck than skill.
Humble, too. My name is Abigail. What's yours?
Miriam.
Well, Miriam, might I ask you a favor? I want to give the dead a proper burial.
Of course.
But that's not going to be possible for some. In the very least, though, I'd like to bury some keepsake for each of them. A Valkyrie like you should have no trouble finding such things.
Oh boy, we got fucking aircraft overhead somehow. Let me wait for that to pass until I continue this. Just probably get it picked up. I don't even know what that's supposed to be, because it's kind of quick to assume that everything I hear flying overhead is like a helicopter, because I think that would make sense, but I didn't even know most of the time.
Can I count on you? I'll see that you're rewarded.
I'd be happy to do it.
Thank you. Then, let me show you.
In memory of Catharine, we can bring the tunic, which guess I'll do that whenever I don't need that as my main thing. Like, I guess I can do it now because I don't need this tunic anymore. It's not as good as what I'm already wearing.
How are you, Miriam?
Getting by.
Here you can have my tunic. I'm just gonna take the new thing of all of these items and actually give you my I don't know why you would want a tunic specifically, but I guess it makes sense. Because it's a generic tunic.
Here's what you asked for.
This is it. That's one more villager we can lay to rest. Here's your reward.
Ah, okay, but fanfare is still very, very loud compared to everything else.
This is the keepsake I'm looking for.
Right. I'll see if I can find it.
What does she want now? Memory of Caleb, she wants a ring, which I don't have yet, but...
Thank you.
But I'm pretty sure that when I do get a ring, I'll just keep it for myself for the time being, at least.
I'm glad me fields are rid of those monsters. But they're in a terrible state. I'll need to replant everything.
What will you grow?
Well, I haven't decided yet. Where are my manners? I'm Harry.
Miriam.
Tell me, Miriam, do you have anything I might be able to grow? Because if you let me do the farming, I'll give you your share of the harvest, and you won't even have to lift a finger.
Oh, all right. I'll keep an eye out.
Good. I'll be waiting in the fields.
Right. Guess I'll give him the seeds, just like last time.
Can you plant this?
Sure, I'll get to work.
And see if the... Well, let me get this dialogue for when something's growing.
These things take time to grow. These things...
Yeah, so this is worked the exact same way as I saw before, where it's just like back and forward, and it'll eventually... Okay, maybe not. So this exploit no longer works. You have to actually move around more. Okay, so we can't just keep moving back and forward between those two screens and have the crops grow instantly. Need to actually move around more. That makes sense, at least. Oh, shit. Ooh. Let me go over here and unlock this. We'll get this ammo capacity up, but also get this here. More bromwich. You can't even use it, can we? Nope. I don't know, it seems to me like both of them... Say both. Yeah, both of the buttons that you can press, like the A and B thing. Does, like, they do nothing right now, which makes sense, because, you know, we don't have any other war points to warp to at this time, but... Okay, here's my question right now. If I can even... Okay, the Marty die in one hit from this big ol' axe, which makes sense, and the ILO die in 2 hits. That's good. Wait, can I not get on this platform from here? Hold on. Actually, kind of distressing. Am I gonna be able to get this thing? Do these bags of items even disappear? Because they would disappear. Oh, they do. Okay, now I know. They do disappear after a while, like the dropped items do in the old Metroidvanias. Melting bone. I'm gonna see if I can fall through the roof here right after I get this chest. Gotta get this. And then I'm gonna fall through here so I can open up this shortcut secret passage thing. Guess we'll take the underground passageway here, if only so I can... shit. Only so I can get, like, the secret underground waterway area. First. Is that rat just walking on its hind legs, standing up? It's a little weird if that was actually what was... it was actually intentional, that's what I witnessed. Okay, I still have the Sema thing as my bullet soul thing. I think that's because that's pretty much the only one I have right now. Fuck these fucking bats. These bats are kind of as annoying as the bats in Gasolina 4, I would think. The ones that kill you dead in the first castle level. What is this called again? Forbidden Underground Reservoir? Underground Waterway. Okay, so it's basically an area from Dawn of Sorrow, but with more objectives added onto it. Okay. Surprised this killer fish thing down there, Fornius, hasn't actually... like, come up here to try to attack me yet. Hey fish, I'm up here, I'm fresh meat, come on. Let me attack you, please, at least. Damn it. How am I not hitting it at all? There. Just want to get a hit on it at least. Ideally, I would like to kill it, but that's gonna take a little more effort, I guess. Okay, and I'm out of magic, basically, so unless it comes up here, I don't know if I can... Really. Okay, now it's just taunting me. There. Is it dead? No, it's not even dead. There, finally. After that incredible adventure of killing that fish, we can actually retreat, because we can't actually do anything there. The fucking bats. Yeah. I don't really see how you can even see those bats if you're coming up from below there. But guess I'm gonna do the extend the bridge thing right now, if only so I can get the secret up here. HP max up and MP max up activates. And go back through the bridge, if only so I can like map out this whole place before I even go in the castle. I guess that's what the crowster look like when you approach from the right side. Basilard, Baselard. Prize gift. You can throw your knife at the enemies. And so we did, but I don't know, it felt like that move wasn't as strong as some of the other moves. That nature that we could have done. Skills, techniques, whatever you want to call them. Okay, time to actually go in the castle now. Time to see how punishing the trek through to the first Sangetsu boss in the castle is gonna be. It was kinda punishing in, the version of the game that I played for. It occurs to me that the background effect here kinda looks like one of those, that big room with like the disc armors and the Valkyries above the inner quarters in Area of Sorrow. It's got the big stormy sky in the background. Can't imagine of that above all else, I guess. Let's check it out. Someone's throwing shit from up there. So as revenge for their attempt on our lives, we're gonna destroy all the statues in here. Gonna go through this part with all the background paintings in the background, I'm sure. That's still gonna be a factor. Small webbing. I wonder why these guys get like first dibs. They're the ones who, the first two paintings you see in the game. I wonder if they like were the ones that paid the most, or if that was just coincidence or what. I was trying to do the anime poses, but the enemies here are very impatient, and you know, like, you know how these basic mortae, I guess, are like the basically this game's version of the zombies from classic Castlevania. They just keep popping up from the ground pretty much forever if you stand around. They're a little too impatient and they don't want to let me do these animal poses. But you know, why wouldn't you want to do that and show off that gross corruption on the back? And then basically do nothing else. And it's not as good as a tattoo in Order of Ecclesia, like I said, because can't actually absorb oh shit. Absorb magical shit through them. But hey, that's a sad knock. We completed the Mortar quest already, technically, since we killed like a bunch of them in that hallway, and we only had to kill like 4 of them. We only need to try to like get an estimate for how many times they need to hit each of the enemies right now. What do we got here? 1,000 Blossoms. Little enemies with a blur of thrusts too fast to count. I definitely didn't read this before. It was at all present in the PS4 thing version. I call it thing because I don't know if I can just call it the version, because you know it's the pre-day 1 patch thing. Kind of the unrefined release. I don't even know how you go. Fuck. Really, the Gearmont takes 3 hits right now. Surprisingly hardy there. Oh shit. Well, our biggest sort of business right now is to kill these ghosts dead. Yeah. Hey, check it out, we got the bat soul or shard. I guess in this case you would have to go with a shard. You can always go in the archives and read all about the demons that we're encountering here. Porta possess the cannon and gain the ability to hurl fire. An apparition that slows the movement of whoever it touches. I don't know. I still haven't noticed that as like an effect, but here you can zoom in on the right and see all of its gross eyes that are on top of its head. And the big old bat with the I don't know, kind of reminds me of like a Ghostbusters monster in this thing does. Like those I don't know, something from the Ghostbusters video game, I think, more than anything from any of the movies. Bat, but really evil. Jet Black Wolf, whose hunger is insatiable. Sabnok, Hammer. You can see like its eyes in its weird kind of mouth thing. If you consider that to be its face and this to be its mouth, then it's got eyes like between its teeth and its armor chest piece thing. And what if we go forward and... oh hey, Fornius, that's right, we killed this fish. Demon fish that survived the Age of Myth. It's apparently number 62. And also Viper, who's... you can just check out the whole thing. Sea demon feared for hailing storms and casting ships into the abyss. Techniques, the journal, which tells you how to even do the techniques that you haven't done yet. The statistics. Compendium, I don't know. Wondering if any of this Any of these entries are gonna be different from what I read before. Was taken as a child, demonic power, sacrificed with one deep sleep. Shardbinder, Jewel is 30 here. Johannes is 33. Dominique is 25. Sangetsu dealing with another intruder, so I guess what she means by that is Sangetsu's going after Alfred and Miriam's going after Jewel. Memory never sleeps, Jewel undefended. Anne is 12. Harry Benson. Oh hey, we didn't see these before. Harry Benson, Survivor. Helps replant and start a new one, so he does. He's 37. Lindsay is 34. Abigail Cleese is 27. There's the elements. Aim with our arms. Shardbinder, the Hellhold. Grade rank techniques. The grade is maximum of 9, so we can collect more than 9 shards, I guess. That's how that works. If you get a passive shard and you increase its rank to 9, it will be converted into a skill shard. That's what I find part of, or something that I find interesting. But apparently that's only for passive shards, so like the other ones that you, like the bullet shards, don't actually, that doesn't apply to them. That makes more sense. Let's just continue, I guess. Let me check my equipment real quick, actually. Don't have anything better yet, do we? Like, the leather chest guards apparently not even as good as the country dress, okay. Can equip the elf ears. There you go. That doesn't look silly at all. I'm gonna stick with the big axe for now. Damn it. You can knock those bones out of the air. 500G. And down here we got another bookshelf, so you know, can't miss this. Whilst attempting to create my homunculus, I discovered a strange formation of white crystal growing on the subject, and yeah, basically the journal is gonna be like, hey, I might have unleashed the fucking hellscape on everyone. You already read those couple of journals, though. First couple of actual lore entries from those. Already read those in the PS4, and I presume they haven't, the text on that hasn't been changed, because that'd be weird. But, like, not really a high priority thing to change, I would imagine. Unless it were like typos or it didn't make sense. I mean, I say, or if it didn't make sense, it would be changed, but if that were the case, there would be like so many books and stuff that would never have been published. If stuff that didn't make sense had to be changed, then, you know, James Joyce would never have had a career. Ooh, that's still a thing. Yeah, with the drill sword, and there's another bookshelf right here. What do we know? Trucidating gyre. We can actually do this with the, the axe, but we need to be near or next to someone to have that not be a complete waste of a move. Oh, hey, here's the Alfred scene. Wonder what the fuck he's doing on the ground there when we run into him.
Miriam? It can't be.
Alfred?
Why are you here, Johannes? That fool of an apprentice should have stayed out of this.
You have a lot to explain for. After all the terrible things you've done?
All that is in the past. I'll not be defending my actions to you.
Don't I deserve it? You were like a father to me.
Enough, child. I am here for the book. Jeeble has the book.
What are you talking about?
If you don't already know, then let us keep it that way.
Surprise, I'm here too.
Alfred, how are you still alive?
What were you thinking in coming here?
Got the clipping on his arm.
You can answer my question first.
Literally unplayable.
All that matters is that I am alive. Did you come here for the book?
Book? The Liber Logaeth?
Make no mistake. I won't let anyone touch that tome but me.
Not even you should touch it. Didn't what happened 10 years ago teach you anything?
I don't have time to argue with you. I just hope you are wise enough not to get in my way.
What?
You know full well my power exceeds yours. Take Miriam and leave this place. Otherwise, you will die.
And now the music stops. So I'm leaving.
I'm here because something didn't feel right. But I didn't expect him.
Johannes, what is the Liber Logaeth?
It's a book the Alchemy Guild once possessed that allows for the summoning of spirits. The guild used it to bring about the calamity 10 years ago. And the Shardbinder's crystal acted as a kind of catalyst.
A book like that shouldn't even exist.
I know. Alfred must be trying to restore the Alchemy Guild to power. But we cannot let him lay hands on the Liber Logaeth.
He said Jeeble had it. You know, I think I might have seen it.
It makes sense, considering the situation we're in. He must have gotten his hands on it after surviving the sacrifice.
So now I have to stop Alfred too.
No, let's focus on Jeeble. If we can get to him and the book before Alfred does, we'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Good point. All right.
Dominique might know what to do about Alfred in the meantime. I'll head back to the village and see what she has to say.
And now we are free to continue, I guess. Hold on. Try to move a few stuff around while the cutscene is going on. The things. I don't think few stuff makes sense as a grammatical construction. It would have to be like some stuff. Not a few stuff. And clearly this is supremely important. We got the Ulfbert sword. Let's take a look at it actually. Might have to, probably should be trying out a lot more of these, honestly. A lot more of these weapons. See if there's anything special about any of them. Ulfbert sword. Looks like a normal short sword. But I don't know, I might favor this more because we can pretty much kill things in the same amount of hits at this point, and with the big axe we've been using. It's more mobile and faster, so this might be the key to my survival right now. Yeah, pretty much as soon as I find another warp room, I go ahead and turn to the hub zone so that I can... oh boy. Turn to the hub zone so that I can... oh boy. Can get more quests, potentially. I don't know, like, not even sure what's gonna be available right now, but I might as well find out. I'm pretty sure there should be more quests available soon of the, go kill more of this enemy type variety. Okay, we're getting levels quite nicely. We're up to level 9 now. I'm pretty sure that's actually more levels that I've gotten so far than I did before on the, when I did my very brief run-through of this beginning part on the PS4. I take that as a good sign. Let's see, pretty sure this room here, this hallway was a dead end, so let's give that first priority. When it comes to thorough exploration, you know, as oh boy, as usual. Let's wait for a Pigu to move. Yeah, I feel like these shorter or smaller weapons that have a let me move faster and have shorter animations are so much better for like just dodging shit. Morgenstern. Let's try more weapons though, like Morgenstern. Spiked mace that somewhat resembles a star. Okay. I'm pretty sure the animation for that is pretty much the same as the animation for the maces in Symphony of the Night, so that's cool. give this a try for a bit. Is that better? Apparently not as good numbers-wise as in the that's the last weapon we were trying, that one. But I'll still kind of want to try it out for a bit, because what else have we got? The spear. What does a spear swing like? I don't know, it looks like that's a little faster than the animations that I remember from the spears in other Metroidvanias. And talk to the coachman there, but before I do that... Okay, we apparently cannot land on that little ledge there on the left. With our current abilities.
Fancy a ride?
Why? Are you offering one?
I could take you someplace most interesting.
Fortunately, we got flapping noises from below, I think. Kind of going over the dialogue here.
The rub, of course, is that obstacle standing squarely on our path. See?
I doubt I would be able to push it aside.
You know, I just now noticed. I don't know if this was the case in the PS4 or on the PS4, but just noticed that her pose is like alert. It's different from her default talking pose.
A shame you don't have a giant hand. Ah, the wild and crazy things one could do with a giant hand.
Indeed. So I don't know what else. What else do you have to say to me right now?
A giant hand. Giant hands do giant things. Said no one in particular.
How about that? Have you ever seen the Captain Underpants movie? It's not even that old. It came out like last year or something. But it can teach you things about giant hands, I think. Or at least show you that it might be more of a relevant talking point that you expect. Okay, Warhorse key required. I guess I'm gonna try to poke these toads from a distance. And I feel like this spear might not be the best weapon for this tiny enemies right now. You can just kind of go under it completely. Let's try the Morgenstern. You can at least do the diagonal sword swing with the mace as well, where it's swing down diagonally and reach tiny things that are on the ground that you wouldn't be able to reach otherwise. See an equipment recipe, alright. Oh, he can do like a big swing like that, I didn't even realize. Should probably try out other shards as well, honestly. Let me see what I have. Summon bats. Or have some bats. It actually hurts quite a bit, like. A lot of these shards do have quite a good or high price for magic, but at least they hurt quite a bit. Let's see, it doesn't like tell you how much each of these shards hurts, does it? That's the thing. 'Cause I'm pretty sure, like I said in the demo that was that had all of this stuff, you can tell, like it tells you how strong each of the shards is. I don't know. I guess we're gonna stick with Summon Bat for now, then kind of. Well, you know, I guess I'm gonna try Summon Bloom Parma for the R shard right now. I'm gonna try the Morgenstern for, I don't know, I feel like the Morgenstern is just like a sword, so I want something else that I haven't tried yet, like the whip. Musketoon, the spear. I haven't tried the whip in this version. I guess I could try that. I don't know, the whip is kind of unwieldy in this. Whips are kind of unwieldy in this game, I feel, anyway. I think the renovation work might have moved from the kitchen over to the room to my right. So there's gonna be more hammering in brief. That's exciting. Several months may have passed, or have passed since I wandered into the castle. I'd to crack a chest open and find a mouth-watering hunk of meat. I actually kind of thought that that might be some kind of a hint that, hey, maybe you'll find wall meat in, like, near this spot. If you can locate it. I guess I'm gonna try clearing at least a hallway or two with the, yeah, once again, yeah, that moon is really suspicious because it goes in front of everything. A little more more hallway or something with this whip. I don't know, this whip is like, yeah, not that great. I think I'm gonna stick to the other sword that I had that I got as a drop. I'm gonna get me that HP max up to recover my shit, and I'm gonna keep going here. Boy. Yeah. Here, hit them. Go, Pigu. Destroy my enemies. There you go, that worked out. And I get another level, so I get the feeling that when I do go up against Sangetsu here in a little bit, it's gonna go a lot smoother than it did last night. Just advancing through this whole part of the game a lot faster now, I guess, since I've actually... Holy shit, that does a lot of damage actually, that pig. Summon. I don't know, I kinda wanna fall here, but I'm gonna wait a little longer before I do that. I think if I do keep going here just a little more, then I'll find... Damn it, I can't really duck under that. Well, maybe I could have ducked under that, I don't know. Pretty sure there's like a warp room on the left and save room on the right connected to this here room. Let's see, orbital wheel with the lance and the gas sail, see. I didn't try that out before, create a defensive barrier by spinning the weapon. Let's try that with the lance, or spear, I don't know. Does it work with the spear? Yes, it doesn't. I think you just have to tap the directions there, because it doesn't have like the diagonals. Maybe it doesn't, I don't know. It should be a warp room if I recall, yep. Okay, so they fixed the, I guess the day one patch to fix the thing where the inverted menu buttons didn't work on the warp selection, so that's good. No longer have to concern myself with that. That's good news. Hold on, did these things die in 2 hits? The ones in the village to this sword? Hardly so. But maybe it might be because I leveled up. Bone toss. Yeah, that might have to do with it. That might be like in Circle of the Moon, where level ups are can actually go a long way towards helping you survive.
Got any targets for me?
Hey, I killed the things. Killed 5 Morte and now...
Good work. Here's your reward.
Giving me 3 rings? Okay. Can only wear 2 though. Rusted ring. Banana phone. Alright. I think I'm gonna keep the elf ears for now, just because... and the rusted ring, actually. Just because I think I need more intelligence so I can hit things harder with the... you know, the shards. So let's see. Can you give me more quests, though? Yeah, you can. So Julius, I guess, is a reference to Julius Belmont. She doesn't even say what her husband's name is. Rosalie, like I'm pretty sure I already mentioned this, yeah, but these are all like Castlevania characters, basically. Lisa's Dracula's wife. Annette is Richter's girlfriend. Rosalie was Hector's dead girlfriend from Curse of Darkness. And Simon would be Simon Belmont. Let's see, avenge Dr. Simon's death by killing the Barbatos, sure.
Help Dr. Simon rest in peace. Kill those murderers dead!
Got any targets for me?
Here's what I've turned up. Help my little sister Rosalie rest in peace. Kill those murderers dead!
It's kind of weird, because I'm pretty sure...
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters.
Okay, no, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure that that might be a reference to, because Julia from Curse of Darkness was Rosalie's sister, but that's not actually true. She was Isaac's sister, but she also happened to look exactly like Hector's dead girlfriend for some reason.
Help my cousin Annette rest in peace. Kill those murderers dead!
Alright. Just one more group of murderers to kill dead.
Melissa, rest in peace. Kill those murderers dead!
Yeah, I'm trying to, right. I don't know, button delay seemed to be... well, input seemed to be a little bit delayed there.
Hello, Miriam. I appreciate your patronage.
see.
are you looking to buy?
Do you have anything new? Oh shit. Oh, the Flamberge. Well, I could get that. I don't know, I feel like... Should wait a little longer before I get that, though.
Thank you. I'll be here if you need me.
Like, at least after I kill Shingetsu, or...
Oh, hello.
Oh, you know what I mean.
Oh, you're looking fit as ever.
Oh, hey, there's another person here. I didn't even see her before.
I'd rather keel over and die than spend another moment in a living hell like this one.
I'm gonna tell you all this with a smile.
Oh, don't say that.
Never you mind me, young lady. What's your name? I'm Susie.
Miriam, is there anything I can do to help?
Well, I do enjoy a good meal, but I can't remember the names of the dishes I like.
Maybe you didn't like them that much, then.
I'll help you figure it out. I promise.
Boy, get a foodie quest. Portable snack, perfect for when you feel peckish, really. And she gives me weapons.
I suppose I'll stick
okay.
around and wait a little while longer.
So she wants her rice bowl, basically. We should be able to make that, I think. So I get the feeling that she's gonna be like, you know, Daniela from Order of Ecclesia, where it's like, hey, I'm a very inconspicuous old woman, but when you talk to me, I'm gonna tell you how I was some kind of monster hunter and vampire killer, and I know secret martial arts.
I finished the harvest. Here's your share.
Alright,
Here's a plant something.
now let's plant some rice now.
Can you plant this?
Sure, I'll get to work.
So yeah, I'm still gonna try this, because I'm still secretly hoping that this will somehow work. I'll still be able to fucking exploit the thing. Well, we have 3 rings now, so we should be able to give one of them to this woman.
How are you, Miriam?
Getting by.
For the memento, I have 3 rings. Where are our rings? There they are.
Here's what you asked for.
This is it. That's one more villager we can lay to rest. Here's your reward.
Safe ring. Oh boy, that's still really loud, the victory fanfare.
This is the keepsake I'm looking for.
What do you
Right.
want now?
I'll see if I can find it.
Memory of Noel, a brigandine. I think we can get that as a quest reward.
Thank you.
Apparently she's gonna bake us 3 pizzas if we give that to her. I mean, why would I do that? I can bake my own pizzas at home. Actually really easy if you know how to make the dough, and you get proper ingredients.
Hi.
What's up?
What are we transmuting this time?
What if I talk to you and then just quit out immediately?
Johannes, can you tell me more about what happened 10 years ago?
It started when the interests of the rich shifted away from the spiritual and esoteric in favor of more material investments. The alchemists' research was expensive. The guild members didn't want to lose their wealthy patrons, so they warned again and again that demons would come if people let go of their spirituality. But people don't change that easily. So the alchemists took a more drastic measure.
You mean us? The Shardbinders?
Yes. It shames me that I was even connected to what they did. But at least you have the facts of it.
It's all right. Thank you for telling me.
Alright, so I don't know, can we get more hidden dialogue from him?
Eating properly. So,
Just by abandoning his shop immediately.
come back if things start to go awry.
What if I leave and then come back and try that again?
Are you eating properly? So, what'll it be? Oh,
Here we
about
go.
the castle. It may not be much help, but let me tell you what I know. The castle itself was summoned from hell, demons and all. But the site it rests on is where the Alchemists Guild once lay. So you may find traces of our facilities intermingled with the rest.
Now that you mention it, I do remember seeing an area dedicated to the study of Eastern mysticism.
I don't. We haven't gotten there yet, Miriam. Spoilers.
Yes. And another of us was researching how to create giant organisms. Anyway, just be mindful of the facility's existence. The knowledge may keep you out of harm's way while you explore.
All right. Thank you.
Right, do you have anything else to say to me right now?
It's good to see you. What are we transmuting this time?
Alfred was your master,
God,
wasn't he?
a little bit of a voice crack there.
Former master. Why?
I don't know. I was just wondering if you remember anything about him that I don't.
Fair enough. As I recall, he was studying ways of drastically slowing down objects. He was a genius, to be quite honest, but I have no respect for that now.
Why not?
Because he fought against sacrificing you right to the final moment. Only to change his mind like a coward.
I see. Thank you.
Are you eating properly? What
Anyway, are you eating properly?
Promise you'll stop Jeeble no matter what.
Yeah, well, I'm trying. Anything else you want to say to me right now?
Hi, Miriam. What are we transmuting this time?
Johannes,
Boy, lots of
how
dialogue.
is it you figured out a way to stop the crystal from corrupting me?
I hate to say it, but I borrowed a bit from Alfred's research. He was studying ways to slow down objects. My attempts only worked when I placed Enochian script equivalent to what he chose in the same circular pattern.
I think I understand. Sort of.
I don't.
Do you now?
I understand that you're far smarter than me.
And a poor teacher, apparently.
Alright, what else? You gonna tell us about the
Are you eating properly?
intricacies of ancient Enochian from the land of Nod, east of Eden?
Tell me, what exactly is the Liber Logaeth?
A book written by an alchemist named John Dee.
Oh boy.
It's written in Enochian script, which is said to be the language of angels. The book has the power to summon good spirits.
But demons are not good spirits.
Power is power. If you can summon good spirits, then all it takes is some changes to the structure of the rite to summon something else entirely.
Apparently so.
I suppose that makes sense. You researchers come up with some wild ideas.
Well, the best way to come up with an innovation is to just take something else that already works and fucking daisy chain it to what you want it to do. Just repurpose it.
So,
Better than trying to come up with something completely original. It's why fanfiction exists, you see.
So, Johannes, you and Dominique are old acquaintances.
yes, she's risked much to help us, despite her position in the church. For example, she arranged for the galleon that took us here, and she gave us use of one of her homes. That was where you first woke up.
Why would she be so kind?
Why would she have so much money?
I don't know, but she seems interested in alchemy.
She gonna turn out to be evil.
She even helped me develop the rite that stopped the crystal from overtaking you. As far as I'm concerned, she took us in after the guild's destruction when no one else would, and has allowed me to continue in my research. We owe her a huge debt.
We do.
Okay.
Hi, Miriam.
How many
What are we
dialogue
transmuting
bits
this time?
is gonna be here?
Oh, Miriam,
Lots of them.
you often bring up your promise to Jeeble, but only vaguely, never in detail.
Really?
Yes. Are you ever going to tell me the whole story?
Well, back then, the experiments left me feeling stripped of my humanity. The pain from the crystal was a constant reminder. At one point, I lost my will to live entirely. Jeeble and I got into a fight over some stupid thing. And I shouted, "How long are you going to pretend you're human? We're monsters now." But I'll never forget what he said to me. If we ask for the demon's power, then we're monsters. But if people force us to take it, then our power doesn't make us good or bad. Our choices do. That freedom of choice is proof we're human. It cheered me right up. I felt like a person again. And that was when we promised to stop each other. If we ever lost the ability to choose. Sorry, I know it's a long story.
No. I'm glad I asked about it, and that you were willing to tell me.
Of course.
Character development. I'm gonna show you any of that directly, of course, but
Hi, Miriam. What are we transmuting this time?
we're transmuting more dialogue.
You encounter a demon named Bale. Run,
I haven't. But I'm curious why I should.
because he's the most powerful of the 72 demons. A quick escape may be the only thing that saves you.
Okay, is that gonna be like the death encounters in like Persona or something? That would be a new thing in these games.
Hi, Miriam. What are we transmuting this time? You know, shard research has advanced during the 10 years you slept.
What a surprise.
How so?
By using alchemy to add new matter to the shards, we can change their properties. They evolve. For example, an offensive shard's range may widen or reach targets further away.
Ah, so they'll become easier to use.
To put it more simply, yes. But I should make special mention of enchantment shards. They require a large number of materials to transmute, but they function similarly to skill shards. In other words, they work even when you don't have them equipped.
That is quite an advancement.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, honestly.
It's good to see you. So, what'll it be?
Guessing that it'll take quite a while to get any of them to that state, though.
Promise you'll stop Jeeble no matter what.
Okay, it looks like we finally exhausted the extra dialogue.
So, what'll it be? If things...
So that took a while, but we got a bunch of extra lore, I guess. Got lots of background development for the characters. Oh yeah, she wants rice balls.
Hello. What can I do for you?
Dominique doesn't have any of extra dialogue, does she?
I'll be here if you need me.
No. Not at this point, at least. Oh, no, let's actually do the alchemy thing, which is, you know, the reason I actually wanted to come back down here.
It's good to see you. So, what'll it be?
Can we make one rice ball? Yeah, we can. We're gonna make 2 of them, though.
I'll go with this.
One for the old woman and one for me.
Great.
I think it's pretty much everything we can do right now, though. Prepare. What about crafting? We can make potions. We can make some weapons. We can make... Well, if we add gunpowder, we can make these. Oh boy. Hairband, pirate hat, cotton and riding limb. I might make that, actually. I think it's gonna be... It's better than at least one of the 2 things we have. Accessories. And chemise with cotton. Safe ring. Bat wings. What is that? Scarf, I guess? Yeah, it might be better. I don't know. Let's use... Yeah, let's make one of these, actually.
I'll go with this.
And equip that as our scarf. We're gonna make the chemise with cotton.
I'll go with this.
And equip that. And we're gonna make the pirate hat, I guess. With our last bit of cotton.
I'll go with this.
I'm gonna figure out exactly how to equip that in a second, though.
Pace yourself out there.
Pace yourself. Let's see. Guess that's gonna be better than the... Oh, for some reason I thought it was gonna be an accessory, the pirate hat, but no, it was a hat item, which is entirely separate from that. The safe ring, yeah. Raises my defense way up, but it gimps my attack by quite a bit, so probably gonna be relying on that right now. Hey, old woman, guess what?
It?
Yeah.
That's it. How did you know? Oh, I can't wait to try it.
Well, I sounded the thought bubble above your head, that's how I knew.
Oh, it's delicious.
Save some for me?
You made another one, dude.
I feel a little better. Thank you, miss.
You're welcome. Don't give up. You're going to get through this.
And I got a thorn whip for my trouble, so there you go.
Is there anything else you'd like to eat?
Yes, actually. But hang it all, I can't remember what it's called.
I'll help you figure it out.
Something irresistible. Round and topped with something gooey and stretchy. Pizza? I don't know.
I suppose.
Oh, it is
I'll
pizza.
Stick around and wait a little while longer.
Interesting. We don't have pizza right now, do we? We don't really have anything other than the rice bowl for food. Nope. We can't craft pizza either, can we? But we can get pizza as a reward from the funeral lady. Hey, did the thing grow yet? Well, apparently the thing doesn't grow if I just stay around this area. Hold on, is there like a thing that I forgot to claim from this woman?
Turned up
Okay, no. The only thing that I have completed is the Morty thing so far. So let's see.
Are you eating? What are we transmuting this time?
Can't make pizza right now, can we? No, we can, but we don't have the ingredients. We need 4 pizza dough and 2 cheese, and we haven't either. Can we make pizza dough here or cheese? Pizza dough, we need flour, mocha, oil, sugar, and halite. What is halite? Whatever. What about yeast? Don't you need that? You know, flour, you need oil, you need water, you need a little bit of sugar and salt. I don't think you need that much sugar though, just a little bit. Like a very, very tiny amount compared to the total amount of flour that you use. And that's pretty much it, just the dry ingredients, the oil and the water and the yeast. Right. I guess we're not gonna mess with that right now. So time for me to return to the castle in brief, I guess, so I can go back to the one other warp room that I discovered, and go to the save room that's right across from it. Oh. Oh, you can get behind him that way. And get this shard, which if I recall is pretty useful. Still gonna stick with the pig though, just because has a lot of raw damage compared to pretty much every other shard I've tried using so far. Hey guy, please go ahead and try to shoot me so I can laugh at your completely failed attempt at doing that right there. How are we doing? Level 10. Guess I'm gonna try fighting Sengetsu now. Ow. You know, preferably without taking scratch damage from that guy. I'm just gonna heal myself. If I get an item drop from this guy though, I'll be going back to that room so I can save. But no, right now let's just do the Sengetsu attempt. Try to win at this fight.
Right there.
Metal Gear.
You are. That ghastly air about you. You reek of sorcery, Shardbinder.
Ah. And what am I to make of you?
He likes black Japanese imitation armor leather a lot. And also he has a robot arm, I think. That's supposed to be the part of his shtick. Yeah, whatever you said. Might be a little more difficult actually to fight him with this weapon, because I fought him with the big mace, big axe weapon before, and that's how it actually killed him. It actually doesn't even have as much range as that does for quick attacks, well. I mean, he kinda does. Let's see. Okay, yeah, just immediately back off when he does the, actually, hold on. Okay, here's the problem though. We have the shard that's, the Bone Tusk, because we pretty much confirmed that the Bone Tusk can... Oh wait, what am I doing? I didn't equip that properly. Can break through his bullshit guard here, and basically just dog on him when he tries to do that. Bye, guy. Oh, okay, that hit me. It's, you know, bugged fighting mechanics, dude. Okay, I think they at least took out the... Oh, fuck. The, thing that they had before with, the edges of the screen getting red, which I did see briefly on the PS4 thing. The edges of the screen just constantly blink red when you're low on health. Because I guess people found that annoying, and I guess I found that kind of annoying. Okay. If I can just be patient, it'll probably be fine. Patient and not and manage my fucking jump attack cancel better. I'm still very interested to see if I can, you know, beat this fight without without healing. Very, very much tempting fate by attempting that at this point, because I'm not sure I'll die about hit or something. Yeah, I will. Still want to try it though. Hello, Lambda. Welcome to this, the day 1 patch version this time. Maybe I can. Oh, what happened there? Wasn't. I don't know. The input is weird sometimes in the menus. No shards. I'm gonna stick to the bone toss for this, so I can. So I can, you know, break through that guard thing, but also I might try a different weapon. I'd actually go ahead and try the, how about the Thorn Whip? I feel like it's gonna be as underwhelming as the rest of the whips in this thing. Turned out to be so far. Oh god. It's more about, like, style points and, like, vertical range than anything else. What if I go back to the Pellicus and try to kill him with that? Because that's pretty much how we killed him on the last one. Is that the same amount of... It's the same amount of damage as with that thing, though. I think pretty much the only... Hold on, let me go ahead and kill enough of these, two more of these guys so I can have that quest done. And there you go. And now I can save it again. I actually got a drop, and I pretty much said that I was gonna save again if I got a drop. In case I don't get it in the next timeline again, so... That's exactly what I'm doing. And that takes care of that. Alright, let's try this again with the same sword, I guess. I mean, I got pretty far in the fight last time, so... Here we go. Wish this had a little more horizontal range with this sword. Damn it. Now this doesn't look like you can take contact damage from him unless he's swinging the sword. Oh, damn it. Fucking combo there. Oh, okay. Okay. It's actually getting worse now. Well, I managed to get pretty far in the fight without doing any healing last time, so even though it's going like not even as well this time, I'm determined to at least not do healing until I get to at least the second phase where he lights the thing on fire. I'm kind of frustrated that fucking... Okay. See, clearly I just need to do the whole fight like that. Just be very judicious about my... every single one of my attacks. Really. There. I need to time my freaking jump attacks a little better, that's fair. Clearly I'll be able to kill him, like, get through the whole second phase without getting hit at all. Just like last time, except not at all. Yep. I feel like that's his hardest attack to dodge in this whole fight too, when he just rushes you immediately. It's kinda like in the, Albus fight at the end of, or near the end of Order of Ecclesia, where it's, whatchamacallit. He just shoots a normal bullet at you, and it takes like less than a second. It's definitely one of his weaker attacks, but it's kinda hard to react to. You're not already being super predictive of it. Come on, do the thing that I can respond to, and yeah, this is very predictable and has a huge opening for attack, that's the thing. This is one thing, his jump attack and his grapple is one thing, but so is the rest of it. Come on. Why is it so hard to get, like, the placement for that just right? If I stand right next to him, it's a little bit easier. Oh fuck, and has a problem too, sometimes he like aims way behind you when he does the grapple and he turns around while he's falling. That makes it worse. I remember that from like the demo fight against him. It's pretty much why I know a lot of his attacks just already. It's pretty much the only two bosses in the game that I know of. Because I fought him in the demo multiple times, and that's this guy and Reaper, who everyone knows for that reason. Damn it, I was trying to hit him with the air attack there. Alright, once again, I am only one fucking hit left before I die. Seem to be noticing a trend there. Oh, okay, he almost killed me with that again. Wouldn't be surprised if he somehow ends up doing that anyway. Damn it. That freaking jump cancel always keeps getting me. Of course, the problem is too, I don't actually know how much health he has left. By the time he, like, what percentage of his health is left by the time he lights his sword on fire. How close I actually am. Still determined, though, to get through this whole fight without healing at this point. Damn it. Even if I do keep... Even if I do keep getting to that point where it's like I have to go through huge portions of the fight while only having one hit left. Hold on, I might need to tab out for a second so I can move windows around here. Oh wait, there's another announcement here. What is this? Seems to be an issue with betas. Okay, never mind, I thought that was new, but I guess not. Is it the FAQ that I was looking at? Yeah. How do I get the soundtrack? Visual code. Okay. Yeah, and this asks you to put the backer ID into the game for some reason. Which I did. I don't know why that is, but I did it. Hello, Gremlinda. This is that Castlevania game, yeah. This is Bloodstained, which is probably another item drop. Which, I mean, so far is definitely leagues above Mighty No. 9 as far as being an actually good successor to the series that it's emulating. And a few other details as well. Alright, let me try to not get hit in the first phase quite so much, so that I'm basically left with nothing later. Okay, so when he rushes you, that seems like if you get behind him after that, that might be a pretty good opening. Damn it. To hit him. Shit. Okay, I didn't know he was gonna do the foolishness thing immediately, that's the thing. Oh. I guess I have to assume that just to be, you know, just to be safe, probably better to err on the side of caution there. Just doing it again. Oh, just gonna combo me. See, I can never. Sometimes he just does that. He does the jump attack after he rushes you. I honestly can't really tell when he's gonna do that and when he's just gonna do the normal horizontal slash. So far it's been better than most of my attempts I've done. Oh, damn it. I thought I was gonna be able to escape that. Let me get behind you. Why aren't you letting me? Okay, thank you. Okay. Oh, shit. He'll survive one more hit, I think, if he... Okay. If he... Fucking Christ, if he doesn't do that, I guess. I was gonna be able to survive at least one more hit, rather than... 2. Started to try to remember how many tries it took me to beat him in the last night on PS4. But I guess this is my self-imposed challenge right now, to not use any heals, because I did use heals when I beat him last night.
Stop right there.
Come on now. Yeah, shoot me with your kunai or whatever that is. Oh, come on. Up. I tried to slide under him, but it didn't quite work out. She might have guessed. It's very interesting voice work that they did from this fight, though. I'll tell you that much. It's so hard to get the freaking timing down for the when you're trying to attack while you're in the air and actually have that land by the time you're in the ground, though. Probably because of the weapon type in those small parts. Foolishness. Right. Doing acceptably so far, at least, I would say. Up. Nope. Damn it. I didn't really have an opportunity to slide there because I was in the air to dodge the first strike. That makes it a little bit difficult. Come on. I'll get it eventually, I know that much. Damn it. Well, now I definitely am going to die in the next hit. At least now I have that certainty. Just gonna bait him into doing the attacks that are actually predictable, I guess. That would probably help. Up. Almost died right there. And there. Damn it, I wish I could have been on the other side of him for that. Nope. Okay. Oh boy, that was... Every single time I get so close. Okay, I did it finally.
Cease this at once, Zangetsu!
And at least, I guess just like in every other attempt, I pretty much had only 1 health left, or 1 hit left before I died.
Here we go.
How many times do I have to tell you? Our enemies are the demons, and those in league with them.
Hello.
And I say, what is the difference? The alchemists were the gunmen, the shardbinders the gun.
Okay, thank you, Steam.
Dismantled.
I did, Steam. Thank you for asking.
Yes, you are right. They coveted the powers of hell and must pay for it.
I just tilted it in slightly the way that you didn't like, I guess, so it didn't... Decided it was disconnected completely.
But Miriam is not like them. She is fighting for us, at great personal risk.
Really? You forget how many of our friends perished for similarly misplacing their faith.
And do I look as weak? Look closer.
I was bored with her anyway.
Do your job, Zangetsu. You need to put a stop to Alfred.
And I will. But you listen to me, Shardbinder. If you value your life, then stay out of my sight. You can hold me to my word, Dominique. But don't presume to tell me what else I can or cannot do.
I'm gonna exit stage very dramatically, like before.
I apologize for my acquaintance. He had no right to speak to you like that.
Pay it no mind. I've been through worse.
I'm not gonna have my portrait on the left for this dialogue, I guess.
I want you to know that I trust you, Miriam, and nothing anyone says could ever sway that trust.
Well, you have my thanks. It's nice to know that I have someone on my side.
Zangetsu is a demon hunter from a land far to the east, in the tumult of a decade ago, perhaps even longer. Demons robbed him of everything precious to him, and he's despised everything to do with them since. His strength, however, is second to none.
I saw it for myself. I could tell he was holding back, but he was a handful regardless.
Maybe it was a lack of conviction that dulled his blade. Well, I'll be off then. I mustn't leave Anne alone for too long.
So yeah, basically for the purposes of this so far, he's Julius but edgier. Oh boy. Although, not much if I go left from here, because I kind of want to go back over to where the, the save room is, but don't want to die on the way. I don't think I have any, abilities that help me heal right now, that don't involve just popping an item. That kind of makes me sad, because the abilities that helped me survive when I was doing my Ecclesia Rumble last yesterday. Basically, the abilities that helped me do that was one that very, very slowly replenished my health. One of them, I think, were effective with. Right, hemp, just what I wanted. Wish they had done a 2D, well, I don't know, I mean... Occasionally I do have the same kind of a problem that I did with Dracula X Chronicles, which is, it just feels weird to not have the same level of precision of, being able to tell where two objects are going to connect to each other, like you do in... What the fuck? Steam, why do you keep thinking that I'm disconnecting the controller? For some reason it's just if I look at it the wrong way, it says that it's disconnected, but no, it's literally just in my hands the whole time. And for some reason, no matter what cable I use, or what controller I use, that happens all the time on my PC. But, when I play Dracula X Chronicles, it's the same deal where... versus Rondo of Blood, I can't tell as precisely how the objects connect. I think it works better in this game than in that one, at least so far.
Oi, wait a minute. Are you human?
What does it look like?
I think it's glitching out a little bit here.
I'm not sure.
My portrait isn't showing up at all.
Yes, but these are all the rage in Paris.
Oh, Paris. Wow, I've never been to Spain. The name's Benjamin.
I'm Miriam. Benjamin, you shouldn't be here.
I know. But I'm so scared I can't even stand up. Damn. I just want to go home.
Do I have any items that could help get him home?
Can't even stand up, but he is literally standing up in the portrait thing.
This here help me escape?
Yes. Picture your house, and don't let go of that thought.
All right, I'll try it.
I think it worked.
Doesn't work for me, though. Because it's just like an independent quest. So I guess I won't actually be seeing him again necessarily, because I did do the same thing before, and I did try looking for him, and apparently it didn't... Well, apparently. Couldn't find him in any other places in the hub area that I looked. I don't know if you're supposed to be able to meet up with him again. I think I'm gonna go back to the save room one more time and see if I can, cut out to the thing real quick, or... Maybe not go to the save room, but go over to the warp room and go back to the village and see if If I get into a dialogue there, I'll get her project thing to show up again. Also, yeah, that was Sangetsu was David Hayter. And the other villain that they have, well, the main villain, I guess, so far that they have in this game is the guy that's totally not Alucard. Is actually voiced by Robbie Belgrade, who was the voice of Alucard in the in Symphony, the original Symphony, at least.
Got any targets for me?
Oh boy, yeah, it's gonna take some doing. They redubbed that in the re-releases, unfortunately, with Yuri Lowenthal or whoever. I prefer the original voice, and now he's back, so there's a... Okay, let me see if I... Yeah, this is a little bit glitchy even past the day 1 patch, you might say. See if this fixes it. I don't know, maybe it would have been... a bit closer to... Yeah, there it goes.
Are you eating? What are we transmuting this time?
You know, the original feel with
the red armor.
Well, hold on, we got flavor text for Sangetsu, I guess. He was at the supply post. Is he there now, or... Jesus Christ, Steam, why? Steam, stop it. I need to fucking disconnect it entirely now, just to get it to... There. I actually disconnected it just to get it to recognize it again.
Be careful around that one.
Didn't disconnect it at all before that point.
He thinks shard binders and alchemists are as bad as demons. He said he'd cut us down if he saw us again.
Well, we did technically start all this. But I agree, he doesn't need to be so savage.
Those scars on his body tell the story of a rough life.
Oh, well, then I'd better keep my distance.
That you should.
Let's see, I guess before I lose my train of thought, maybe I would have, but I don't know, maybe like a 2D type, 2D visuals for this type of game, completely without the 2.5D would have been, you know, better for a closer replication of the feel of the original, but like, so far I really like this one. Like I said, it very, very rarely reminds me a bit of that perspective thing from that I had with Dracula's Chronicles, but like nowhere near as much as I did when playing that game, because it's nowhere near as punishing if you do like have like little hiccups, and I don't know, so far the gameplay of it feels really, really good to me.
Look how far the crop's come.
But the crop's not ready yet. I still don't know like what the condition is for the crops growing more in this. Apparently might not even be movement. Not sure why I'm coming over here, but I guess since I am coming over here, I might as well go over to the ship again. And kill some of those dollar hammers for that other quest that I got from the Kill More Monsters woman. Just gotta kill 3 of these guys. Okay, so sometimes they swing it a few times before they actually slam it down. Hello? Boy, it's a little bit difficult there to, like, when you have a foreground obstruction, tell how close you are to actually leaving the screen. I'd say it looks a lot better than, like, in the demos. I remember they had a kind of weird thing where if you clip into the board, it like shows your silhouette behind it. But I'd say that looks a lot better now that they've pretty much taken that out. Like, I can't even... Oh, Christ, really? Again? Steam computer, why the fuck do you keep thinking that I'm disconnecting it when I'm clearly not? Whatever. I wonder why I only have this problem on PC and never on like the consoles that I use this, or the PS4 that I use this exact same controller and cable actually. I moved it to the PC specifically for this reason, but... apparently my USB ports just hate me. Oh well, also hello default if I didn't say that yet. And look how far the crops come. Hasn't even been an hour, and yet we're gonna grow more crops. Let's talk to this woman.
Have you learned anything new?
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters.
Hammer 3, Demon Slayer 3 out of 3. Yep.
Good work. Here's your reward.
It's 3 Uni-Rise balls.
Have you learned?
Here's what
And
I've
for this
turned
one,
up on the
it's obsidian. Alright.
work. Have you learned? Here's what I've turned up on the
We can
monsters.
avenge the deaths of Dan, Edward, Sean, and Porter. And I want to say that Dan and Edward are like Clock Tower references, but I don't know about Sean and Porter. Sean might be a heavy rain thing, except not, because I'm pretty sure Sean in that game is spelled with a U. Kill assassins, which
Sean the merchant, rest in peace.
I don't think we've
Kill those
even
murderers dead.
seen in the game yet.
Have you learned anything new?
Here's what I've turned
And
up on the monsters.
demons. Well, we know where those are coming up, because I saw them last night.
Help to the cattlemen, rest in peace. Kill those murderers dead.
Got any?
We saw, what do you call it? We saw the demons in the next area, which is like the church of whatever. Shield Outsider. Still don't know what those are, though.
Smith, rest in peace. Kill those murderers dead.
Have you learned anything new?
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters.
Actually, did I say Dan and Edward or Clock Tower things? Am I getting mixed up? No, the two monster kids in the first Clock Tower game were Dan and Bobby, not Edward, but I'm trying to remember if the kid in Clock Tower 2 that turned out to be one of the monster kids from the first game was called Edward or not.
Help Dan the wheelwright, rest in peace. Kill those murderers dead.
I don't know, but for some reason I guess when I see the name Dan, my brain immediately defaults to Clock Tower. I don't know, let's check our archives real quick. We got new demons, we got Geargon, we got Savannah Toad. Savage amphibian that feasts on human flesh. It's got like a freaking split down the middle of its mouth. I didn't even see that, because you can't really see that all that great unless you actually zoom in, because frankly they let you do now. And that's cool, because you know, there's actually a lot of detail put into these. Moon Parma. Barbatos. Does he have a beard, actually? Does he even have a face? I can't even see anything under his hat, honestly. He's just got the Skull Kid hat going on. It's the Vapor Sangetsu, who has his own description. Demon Slayer from the Far East to cross the sea in search of revenge, and he's apparently got how much? He's got 1000 HP. Vapor had 600 HP. Where's that fish thing that I killed a while ago? Fornius has 114 HP. It's on the way to being a boss. On its way to being a boss, clearly. Okay, what's new in the compendium here? We got the Alfred thing. He's 57 years old. He opened the gates of hell and nearly destroyed the world. Grimoires are the 72 demons. Bale is the most powerful of the 72 demons, and King of the Demon Horde, and we've been told to stay away if we find him. Ben Judd. Isn't that the guy who does the voice of Phoenix Wright in English? The man who inadvertently fled into the demon castle to escape the attack on Armanville. Well, he's not there anymore, we helped him escape. Susan Quinn is the oldest person. She was in ill health to begin with. Recent events have taken a toll on her mental well-being. She's 78 years old. I mean, my grandma's older than that, and she's doing fine still. Game with Marion, anything else that I haven't seen? Let's see. Ofuda. Talisman's imbued with dharmic powers, so weep magic. Like in Neo. I was talking about that earlier, actually, when we got that same lore text. How it's, you know, the whole thing where it's like the demons came from the east, but they also have to do with shit in England. It's basically kind of close to what you see in the plot of Neo. Sure, it's a complete coincidence, though. Alright, let's go back and keep moving forward. I'm sure this sword will serve me very well. Oh dear. Right, didn't get drilled with that sword. Ooh, I wonder where that fucking thing is so loud. That one voice clip that the enemy has. Hey, these guys die in 3 hits now. How am I doing levels wise? I'm level 12, so I'm basically a lot closer to the level I'm supposed to be for this point in the game, I think. I don't know, I really did some adjustments to the whole leveling thing and some of the stats between the version that I played last night and the day 1 patch. But yeah, let's keep moving forward. I have a good feeling about this. Need a giant hand to take care of those obstacles, it looks like. It sounded like what we learned earlier. Here we have the ghost summon now. We can summon ghosts to go and rush our foes. Oh boy, I got another bookshelf in here. Bloodgrinder Knicht guarding it. But not anymore. Now he's just going ooh. Deflect physical attacks with Nadachi, Honebami and Sangetsu. I think that's his I don't know what Sangetsu's weapon is called, but like just looking at his name it's like I know that it's not Sangetsuken, which you know you look at his name and it's like he has a weapon, why wouldn't you name it Sangetsuken? But no, apparently it's called something else. I think we're almost at the end of the entrance area here. Gonna go into the evil church with the evil barbers soon. Boy, Sadnok. I have to kill a couple of these dudes for one of the quests right now. Can we hit his sword and hit him? It's actually pretty generous. That's true. I feel like I'm getting into the groove of attacking the enemies and not getting decimated by them. A lot better now than I was last night. Ooh. Boy. There we go. Didn't even get touched by that guy. The evil barber. Just knock the boar back. Keep knocking him back like so, and also hope we get the boar soul immediately. Or shard, excuse me. Summon boar, call for the Leonine demons, headed upon foes. I think I actually saw something about the boar shard. Like, I'm guessing it's, you know, it's supposed to be that. It's supposed to be, hey dude, are you gonna come over here? No, I guess that painting is just like, poltergeist painting is just gonna go do its own thing now. Just wanna come over here and fight me. Let me check out these books here. Lash at enemies with a single mighty strike with a Thorn Whip, Snakebite, or Alberia. Well, we do have the Thorn Whip, so let's see how that operates. Ooh, okay. Can I use that on the stupid painting if it ever comes back here? Here it comes. I don't know. Oh, now it's dead. Maybe I'll try out the Thorn Whip for a bit. Maybe it'll be better than the Super Mad Volt Whip. Hope there's nicer whips in the game, because, you know, obviously you would want to try out a whip weapon in a Castlevania successor. But yeah, if you're just on the ground, it's a little bit difficult. Rate of fire is not great. Oh boy. Hound skin. Let me try out the boar shards, so let's see. The thing that I'm suspecting about this thing is gonna be... There's a boar and he's just there, you can just have him be there, or I'm pretty sure that if you have one of the, you know, boot weapons, you can actually do that. There you go, just fucking force him to go forward and take on your foes, because you're too scared to do that yourself. Okay, check this guy out. Fucking painting. Oh, it actually, that has pretty high, pretty decent damage if you do it in good conjunction like that. Welcome company summers. Poltergeist to create a protection barrier, and that's like a bullet type shard, or whatever they're called in this, conjure shard.
Arise, myself and my shadow!
Myself and my shadow, okay. Oh, that's a pretty good barrier actually. It's kind of like the barriers that you can make in one of the Momodora games. And then you can just let them do the work for you. Skill shard. Magic that has permanent effect by acquiring the shard can be turned off. Well, I know that, but shortcuts, yeah. You now move to registered shortcuts or not at all, which I guess I'm not going to, because if I do that, I'll just not having those registered, so it'll literally just move me to okay, that one instead. I'm kind of scared to fight this dude up here, honestly. That was like really very OP against me when I try this. Guess I'll give it a go though. I'll have I'm cursed, which means I'm very close to death now, but hey, I managed to kill it this time. I'm still cursed though. But I got the demon archive. Let's take a look at it now before I die. It is where is it actually? Or would it be? Kirith. Sihirith. Demon with a chilling cry. Pretty sure this thing was also an enemy in like Curse of the Moon, and it had that same kind of design, where it's got the gross hood and the disfigured face. It's supposed to be kind of like the witch from Left 4 Dead. That was actually an apt comparison on my part when I first made note of it. But we're gonna go back to the fucking save room so we can, you know, clear this place out again. Okay, so the curse does wear off in time. Just with time. But that means I still lost all the fucking health that I lost as a result of the curse initially. Don't get that back. I'm kind of hoping at this point that there will be some abilities to, to help me. Oh god damn it, how did that hit me? Oh, whatever. Hoping there will be some abilities to help me restore health, like some shards to help me do that. Leonine pelt, and here comes the coward poltergeist. So we're not gonna fuck around with that Sihirith enemy right now. Just gonna go to the top right exit of this place, which I'm pretty sure the game wants me to go right now. Shit. Contact damage. I just got one of the yellow shards, which I think are passive effects. Yep. Dagger expertise increases dagger and rapier damage. So let's automatically equip because it's the only one. Hope we can get a familiar shard or a manipulative shard soon. I'm actually very, very interested in the familiar shards because I really like the familiars in Symphony. And it kind of looks like these are going to turn out to be like, you know, those, because there were kind of familiars in like the Sorrow games as well, but they weren't really. They were pretty much just special guardian shards that you had to activate and keep activated, as opposed to stuff that you had a dedicated thing for it, like it looks like it does in this game, and it did in Symphony. And I think the same kind of deal happened with, in Order of Ecclesia, you can get a few familiar enemies with, or monsters I guess, with the Arglyphs, but you can't actually have them active the whole time. Where there's that cat demon. I'm gonna try to take a picture of it actually, hold on. I think I'm gonna close iTunes right now, or not iTunes, but that thing that reads off the iTunes metadata for the stream. That sometimes fucks with my my keys. And let's see. Have my finger on the F12. Hey cat, are you gonna do anything? Oh shit, there he goes. I'm just gonna be very judicious and just take quick strikes at the cat from here. But yeah, I'm still very pretty much suspecting that that cat enemy is basically like someone's pet that got made into an enemy. That paid a lot of money for that reason. Much like, you know, the paintings are basically people who, backers who paid like hundreds of dollars to have their picture in the game. But, you know, not throwing shade or anything, but just kind of conspicuous, you know. Guild has been abandoned by yet another patron. I already read this in the other version. How are they gonna use the liberal Goliath to summon demons? Also check out this this background to the beginning of the very artistic game Night of Revenge that was kind of inspired by Bloodstained, and that you should totally look up because it's totally not a hentai game. Anyway. And that keeps, you know, having its lead character who looks a lot like Miriam here. Put in fan art with Miriam and put in the Bloodstained Discord to the concern of nobody. Alright, guess we'll go talk to the barber. What's up?
A demon!
Wait! I'm a good killer barber!
There's no punctuation at the end of this sentence, though. I don't need it.
Butchers and cutthroats all say as much.
I'm not a cutthroat. I've never cut anyone. Well, I have, but it's these scissors. They've cursed me to become a demon.
Then why not cast them aside?
Cast them aside? If I could take them off, I wouldn't be cursed. Duh. The name's Todd. And the only way my curse will be lifted is if I barber my way through 666 different hairstyles.
Well, why not just make the hairstyles up then? Lop a little off here or there.
Ah, there's a penalty for sloppy lopping. If I don't give my patrons good haircuts, the scissors kill them dead.
You have the worst curse ever.
Yes, quite literally, yes. Please, can you help me find information about hairstyles? I'll cut you for free.
That is not an enticing offer.
No, not cut you, cut it. Wait, what are you even worried about? You look like you could rip me into 100 pieces.
I really could. All right, you have a deal.
There you go. Yeah, we saw this already on PS4, but I'm playing the Steam version now that has a day one patch. And that's the one that I'm going to be playing for the most part, because, you know...
Shall I take a little off the top?
This is apparently going to have online features eventually, and I don't feel like paying an extra fucking tens of dollars a year just to be able to use the internet with the game. Alright, let's go back to the old hairstyle. Hope I can get the achievement for that immediately. I had in the other version. I don't know, it looks kind of weird though. With her face. Oh, I didn't mean to quit out of that entirely. Let's do that again.
You got over that hairstyle quickly. What'll it be this time?
And I feel it looks a little bit weirder, oddly though. If I think I'm just gonna stick with the normal hair configuration at least, but we're gonna keep it like full black. Custom though is, I don't know. Should go with like green for the undershirt and red. Have it be, yeah, a little bit more colorful. A little bit more different than last time. Looks like, what else can we do? We can do black on top, we can do and the pink on top. That's a little too pastel-y, I feel. I'll just go with red.
The look suits you fine.
Still don't know why this guy has a picture of Dominique in his room, but we're not gonna question that. So I don't remember. This is gonna be in the top right. There's gonna be either a save room or a warp room. It's a warp room. Alright, let's quickly head back to the village just so we can take a quick look there. Oh boy, why do I get the feeling that there's a notification that I missed because for some reason that alert box played a sound, but it didn't actually tell me what it was for. Also, did I get any new emails in time that... Okay, yeah, my email just didn't want to update. Hold on, let me go to my actual page so I can figure out what's going on. Hey, it's Hippo's giving us a host. Thank you for that host, Hippo. Welcome to the spiritual successor to Metroidvania. Because we've killed enough Gearmund of those demon doggos that we can get some hemp for our troubles.
Here's your reward.
With that very, very loud fanfare that plays when we get a new quest reward. Right. Do we have any more extra dialogue for this guy? Let me see.
Good to see you. So, what'll it be? Stop back off to...
Well, he's done with the extra dialogue for now. At least he had a lot of extra dialogue to start out with, so... I get the feeling that he'll get even more of that as we progress through the game like he did after we fought Zangetsu. Still a quick OG Castlevania. How's the game so far? The game is quite good, honestly. It's like...
What are we transmuting this time?
Even with the day one patch, it's still a little bit rough around the edges in places, but I mean the gameplay is very, very good so far, I feel. It's very much just the original Metroidvania feel. I've been wanting for a very long time. I know, like someone mentioned earlier, it does seem a little bit weird sometimes to have it be like 2.5D instead of full 2D, but it's not like a deal breaker for me. I can definitely get used to it. It feels very, very solid for what it is. So I don't know, do I want to make... I can make the flamberge with iron and obsidian, and I guess I can... I guess I'm going to, since... Or I could make this, I don't know. How much obsidian do I need? I need 2 for that and 3 for this. Okay, so I can just invest that differently. Beast Beret. Probably make this as well. Hound Vest. 3 Leonine Pelt. I can do either this or this right now. That raises defense by quite a bit, but lowers... that's not a big deal. Okay. Or I could make this. Nah, I think there's a bigger benefit, but... Tell decisions. I want to raise defense and also my attack or my... I think I'm gonna go with this one for now, actually.
I'll go with this.
And I'm gonna make a couple of weapons that I said it was.
I'll go with this.
Create Surumaru and also create the Flamberge. Or not. Hold on. Why can't I make it anymore? Did I lose other ingredient that I needed for it? 2 iron. Why did I use 2 iron? Did I use it all for this? Okay, I did. Motherfucker, alright. It's fine. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do right now? I'm pretty sure what I can do is... just come right over here and...
I found a carriage that will take me across the courtyard bridge, but a stone statue is blocking the way.
And get more flavor text, I guess. Never mind.
What a coincidence. A message arrow just arrived from Zangetsu.
Unmessage arrow.
Temple of Rainbow Glass. Seek the demon carrying a stone statue in tribute.
I'm pretty sure we haven't gotten there yet.
Perhaps that demon's shard is just the power you need.
Temple of Rainbow Glass, unless we have in like the church area that we're in right now, like the rainbow glass would be stained glass.
Does Zangetsu have Herculean strength? How did he manage to cross the bridge?
He drew a little sketch here at the bottom of a burly man leaping a great chasm.
A little zetch here of someone jumping good, like in Samurai Jack.
Oh, come on.
Is there anything else you need?
Yeah, I want iron. Pretty sure it's gonna be way cheaper to buy iron here than it's gonna be to... Because I can buy the Flamberge here too, but it's for 600, and if I buy iron... Which I can't do, never mind. You know what, never mind, we're not gonna get the Flamberge yet then, I guess.
What are you looking to sell? Thank you. Come back anytime.
Just gonna wait until I can get the rest of those ingredients at my own pace, but yeah, right now. Just check my equipment real quick. Guess I could switch this out for this for the time being. Okay, so this is strings are an angle. A vertical angle as well as horizontal reach, so I guess I'm gonna be trying this one out. There's nothing pending here, is there? Nope. Wonder if the rice or whatever the harvest was here is ready yet. Looks like it might be.
I finished the harvest. Here's your share.
I almost I can buy some crafting materials apparently.
Something.
Yeah, let's plant the potato seed.
Can you plant this?
Sure, I'll get to work.
And what did she want? She wanted like a brigandine for the burial, but I think I might have that, but no, I don't. Never mind. Got the Batwing scarf, which I hadn't even looked at in detail yet. I guess if you do the freaking anime pose, you can kind of do that when she turns around. Can you actually take a look at that? No, the scarf kind of clips into the rest of her. That's a problem. You can just look at the tattoo. Oh well. So you got a Batwing scarf. That's pretty much all you need to know. Okay. Let's see how this works. I think this might be a little bit better than the other weapon that I had, just because it has the extra vertical range as well as the horizontal range. But we're heading right back here into the Kecht, however you say that, cathedral. Seems like it might be like Gaelic or something. So it might be Kecht or something like that. Might be a reference to some name that I've never heard before, or it might be a completely made-up thing. Hey, level up on that demon. I need to slay 4 demons of that type, so I might just take care of that right now. I already read this. I had no idea about this game, but Alex made me want to try it out. I get the feeling Alex is going to be following this with a lot more interest, because he knows a lot about Metroidvania as well. And I mean, I followed it with great interest, because it's been so long. It's been like... This is basically the first actual Metroidvania game to come out in 11 years, after Order of Ecclesia came out in 2008. Didn't this guy die? Okay, he did die. Oh my god. Freaking barber. Oh boy. We got a demon and we got whatever we have. Right here, a gargoyle. Gargoyle who moves kind of funkily like the gargoyles in Oh boy. Okay, the slow ceiling is a little bit cumbersome to deal with. Kind of like the ceilings in the Marble Gallery, or that one hallway in the Marble Gallery in Symphony. Gargoyles seem like they might be quite as problematic as the gargoyles in Lords of Shadow Mirror of Fate, which is a very weird comparison to make, but it brings me no pleasure to do that comparison. That guy really wants me dead. Oh hey, it's a background artifact. I was kind of wondering if there's going to be a painting like this anywhere, or something like that anywhere in the game. Oh boy. I was kind of wondering if any one of the backers had bribed the, paid enough money to, like, have their own painting do something like this, but I guess not. At least not that I've seen yet. Might be getting ahead of myself there. Let's check out the rest of the... Oh, is that an evil sword, Bloodbringer? Okay, that's like those blood swords in the... Oh shit. Actually does a lot of damage. Yeah, the Bloodbringer looks like it's a lot like those blood swords from Circle of the Moon in that chapel area. Maybe some of the other living sword enemies, like the... mainly that one, really. Hold the command button to keep firing with the Blunderbuss, Tordar, or Verthragna, so that the guns... okay, thank Christ, there's a save room right here. I was kinda hoping I'd find something like this here. Okay, yeah, before I even get the attention of any of the other enemies, I want that thing dead. Petra Ray. Fire a beam that petrifies enemies. I wonder if I can petrify the gargoyles that are technically should already be made of stone. Now let's go exploring and see which of these rooms will take me to a place that will... Okay, this is a boss. If that's a boss, then I'm not gonna go in there right away. I'm gonna save again after I got that other shard drop from the gargoyle. I guess it makes sense that the gargoyle would drop the petrification thing. It's thematically resonant, you see. That's what we're gonna call it. Yeah, maybe this place is the Temple of Rainbow Crystal, because you got all the stained glass in the background. Or is it blood-stained glass, I have to wonder. So is the demon that the guy referenced gonna be the boss here, or... Oh dear. This is a freaking stained glass monster. Spider. Craftwork is what it's called. This is the second stained glass based boss that I've ever seen in a Castlevania game after fucking... or Castlevania-esque game after Haunted Castle. Oh god. So this is gonna be an interesting boss, I imagine, to deal with. Oop. Oop. Okay. Don't move forward. Okay. Ooh, okay. I think I might need a little bit more range for some of these. Oh god. Some of these weapons to really feel comfortable with them. I feel like the heavy greatsword type weapons are my favorites so far, for that reason, pretty much. Oh boy. And before I managed to beat this on the first try somehow. I've never seen a design like that. That's... oh shit. Yeah, a giant hand. I get the feeling that this is the, damn it, the enemy that's gonna help me do this. I'll deal with those blocks on my own. I think I saw like an enemy monster design like that, where it's got like a gross teeth mouth and a bunch of like tentacles going from it, and it wasn't the Seema enemies in the first area, because I would have realized that right away, I feel, but I don't know. Maybe it was, and I'm just stupid. Hold on. Let me try equipping something different, like Pellicus apparently has the same stats as a couple of weapons that I've used. I don't know if it really has that much more range though. Let's see. It has a vertical range, diagonal range. But maybe we'll need a flamberge. I don't know. Can we check the compendium real quick? Or the alchemy notes items. We can get the stone thaw by defeating Gargoyle and Malediction. What is Malediction? Is that like an enemy that we haven't encountered yet? That's a bit of an odd choice, if so. Now let's check the minerals here. We can get iron from Dollhammer, Bloodgrinder Knight, and Carriage Morte, which we definitely haven't seen yet. Spoilers game. We can get this from Dollhammer and Bloodgrinder Knight. Maybe we should look into that real quick. You know what? I'm gonna do something else though. I'm gonna try this weapon for a little bit. Oh god, that fucking moan. Ow. It's a little bit difficult to tell, like, predict the movements of this freaking sword. At least looks like I can kind of predict what the gargoyle's gonna do when it's actually in range. When it looks like it's gonna charge up for like a sweep, it does like a quick horizontal sweep where it flies under in like a U pattern. But it looks like there's a... damn it, like there's a doorway to another area here. I might just switch back to the other thing. This thing. Oh boy, is this the entrance area again? That's the same music at least. Mithridate and Obsidian from that chest. Oh right, I have that. I thought I had the axe still for some reason. But I do not. Melting Bone, Mithridate, we'll get 1 iron from that chest. What do we got up here? So it's a pretty big area, this whole entrance place. I gotta say, this guy's gotta drop my material that I need, clearly. After he tries to hit me with that drill. Oh, I didn't drop jack shit. Oh boy, it's the kitty demon again. He's here now, let me up him. Ah. Iron 5G. Ooh. So how does this go? Because it looks like this kind of... Okay, so this is for, like, going back. I shouldn't be going this way right now, especially what the game is telling me. I need to focus on killing the big hand demon right now. Kind of wondering what weapon of... I guess I can just try to use magic more. It's always an option, technically. Smash down with that fucking drill blade that he has, but he's still not dropping iron again. Oh fuck. And that's truly what I need from him right at this time. So I like that at least I'm getting a pretty good idea of like which parts of the castle I am supposed to like go back to once I get more abilities. Once I get the super shard power from the hand boss, I guess I'm gonna... Oh boy. Gotta head back to the bridge with the carriage, man. Boy. Very, very concerned about the... Oh, how this sword moves, because it looks... Oh, what the fuck? Alright, I didn't see it do that before, where it fucking just grinds along the floor and then shoots out when it's next to you. How do you even avoid that? I have to wonder, because it doesn't look like you can jump over that. Oh, well, whatever. It's not like it's a huge deal. Literally right next to us here must we fight that thing. Well, let's give this another go. Let me see if I can equip, like... What shards do I have? Welcome company with a mirror. I guess I can help. Dagger expertise. If only I had a familiar, clearly I would be able to just do this with 0 effort. Let's give this a try, shall we? Let's see what happens if I try to hit it with the pig. Pig hits it for 67 damage. That's the answer to that. Oh shit. And then the pig can just keep hitting it for massive damage. I guess I'm gonna do this for a bit, just kind of yeah, get hit by the pigs. Oh shit. Oof. Big oof, Jesus Christ. Oop. Can I jump over it? Not without getting hit, apparently. Kinda sucks. Oh, I killed it already, okay, never mind. I just need to spam the magical shit to kill it. And get a blue shard. That helps me do what? Manipulative shard with RB. Will have continuous effect by consuming MP. Craft work lets you grab onto certain objects and manipulate them, really. Such as this one, maybe. Craft work. Oh, okay. Like this. I don't know, can we aim that or should we just move it? We can get up here though. And get whatever this is. It looks like it's gonna be a familiar, maybe Crusader's armors and green shard, which is familiar shard. Silver Knight. You can summon forth the Silver Knight to help you practice parrying. Hey, it's that thing from one of the fan arts of this game that I saw. He doesn't like it when you like break stuff on the floor and leave it dirty. So I have a stand now, I guess, is what some people are gonna say, no doubt. You can sit down on this bench. Let's take a load off. I wonder if there's any point to that, or if it's just like for flavor. HP max up is mine, so is the unicorn ring. Let's try the new equipment that we get, let's see. Crusader armor gets even more defense, but it's a bit of a trade-off with attack, that's fine. Blazoned with a cross. If only that had cosmetic effects, but... Can I equip the dance mask? I think I will. At least we don't have the freaking stone mask yet. That was kind of very intrusive in the other version. Ring amplifies the restorative properties of items you use. I'm good. What about dance mask? Use that dances. That's the only description we need. Alright, let's find our way back after we read the Demon Archive on the Craftwork, I guess. Stained glass imbued with regret and with wrath after being broken time and again, so it's a little bit more, probably more intimidating than the freaking stained glass knight from Haunted Castle. Which is basically a monster that had been seen in the fucking young Sherlock Holmes movie. Was that level up for the familiar? Hold on, can I check that in the archives? Alchemy Notes Compendium, I don't know, can we read about familiars here? I guess familiar shards. Summon forth a demon companion that levels up just like Barian, does not consume MP. Where can we see like our familiars though? Clearly we should be able to do that. Let's check out new items that we have. Hemp. Cloth made from plant fibers. Comfortable to wear and breathes well but falls apart easily. Fairly sturdy lumber. Oak. Sword fragment. Piece of a shattered demon blade. Sharp razor that cuts through more than hair. Well. Leonine pelt. Hound skin. Just skin those demon dogs. We have benched Porter by killing demons. We have not yet benched Lissa by killing Sabnok though, but soon. Or Wolfman or Outsider or Assassin, because we just haven't encountered those yet. Or Iga. To kill Iga to avenge Julius. Alchemist's notes. I don't know, what am I doing? I'm trying to figure out if the freaking familiars can be checked. I think you can check what level they are. Familiar Silver Knight. Level 2. Okay, I guess we check it here. Its rank makes him more powerful, apparently. Let's save, first of all. What are you doing? Do save. And now we're actually gonna make our way back to the entrance and move that obstacle that was in the way, because we're able to do that now. Hey, familiar. Go and destroy this demon blade for me. There you go. This guy's gotta come in handy. This kind of seems like he's the sword familiar from Symphony right now, basically. It's just kind of goes wherever he wants and stabs for a bit. Just kind of floats in damage mode. Also hammering. Sure you can hear that, or whatever that is. I don't even know what that is. It seems oddly muted for hammering, honestly. Didn't I open that chest already? I have this whole thing mapped out. So how come I can... Ooh, there we go. Saved me. You saved me. What else does he say? I don't think the fucking... He says anything else in that cutscene. I wonder what's for dinner. I wonder what happened to Link. But yeah, oh, we're getting very continuous hammering right now. Now let us stab this big cat together. Oh, and get the shard from it at least. Riga Storema, conjure a column of flame. Did you know that the sound of cracking your knuckles sounds just like hammering in the background? You just got like 20 people cracking their knuckles together. Okay, so we can grab this and bring it with us wherever we want, I guess. Now. Kind of wondering if we can do anything else with that block. In this room, or if it's just there so we can move it out of the way and have that be the end of that. Well, it's still there, so... I don't know, where else do we go now? We're there. I don't know what the kind of a shiny thing to the right of here means. Hold on, I can probably figure it out just by... Hold on, did I just create an icon there by... without meaning to. That's like a waypoint, yeah. Apparently that's what happens if you press X. Okay, so there was a guy here that we rescued. There isn't anything else here now, though. Except this thing. Which drops 5G. So I don't really know where else can we look. Where do we go from here, actually? If we keep going left, we'll go back to the Church of the Evil Things. But I guess what the game wants me to go right now is to go right instead, and... Whoops. Damn it, I did it again, didn't I? Fucking... There, I'm just creating waypoints left and right, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with the controls to this thing. Here's the Sangetsu boss room, which is completely empty now. Guess we can go through this whole area and kill another Sabnok for the quest or something. HP rounds, there we go. Sounds like there's other people in the distance hammering, actually. That might be unrelated to the unrelated to the renovation that's going on here. Might be an actual different hammering that I have no control or knowledge of. Control over or knowledge of, so that's exciting. Ooh, alright, let's just go back to the village and see what happens. Yes, we were just supposed to move right from here and, you know, move the obstacle out of the way for the carriage, but... First, let's see if the people back here have anything new to talk about, like the guy that does the harvest. Wonder if his new crops will have come in yet.
I finished the harvest. Here's your share.
Have 10 patat.
I don't have anything.
Oh, that's too bad. Drop by if you turn anything up.
Alright. I do have this ghostly familiar with me, though. So let's see.
Have you learned it? Here's what I've... Good work. Here's your reward.
5 steel.
Got any targets for me?
Here's what I've turned up on monsters.
That's pretty much it. We need to kill Sabnok and a bunch of other things that we have not encountered yet. I also get a brigandine.
It's good to see you. What do we transmute?
And now that we have more iron from the weird, mysterious regenerating chests, we should be able to make the flamberge, and we will. Also the blunderbuss, maybe, with elm and iron. But first this, of course. 2 iron and 2 obsidian.
I'll go with this.
And equip that too. What else? What do we have? We have a dull blade. Worked of a forgotten swordsmith. Musketoon, we have that. Bronze chest guard. Well, we don't have that, but it's not gonna be as good, so... The gunman's scarf. Quick on the draw and increases firing rate. With hemp and HP rounds. You know what? Why not? We'll make this.
I'll go with this.
That'd be better for our current
I like it.
loadout too. Ooh, I like it. One thing I don't like is the noise, but you know, can't really help that at all. I guess that's pretty much all that we will do for now. Can we prepare more food? Apparently not. We can prepare uni rice bowl with sea urchin soy sauce. Bunch of ingredients that we basically don't have anywhere yet. Have not found. Can enhance shards though, with thriving limbs while wedding. What about the pig? We need like Parma boom pork here to enhance that. Increases the duration, which I don't know. What about this one? Dagger expertise. We need a knife to enhance that, really. What does it take to create a new knife from scratch? 1 bronze. Let's make one of those. And then sacrifice that knife immediately to enhance this thing. faster dagger rapier attacks with the rank up. There you go. Gonna have to get that to max rank or eventually, I guess, so I can have that as a permanent effect. I don't know, what about... I can dismantle these. Which I don't know why you would dismantle a potion. I don't know why you would dismantle anything really, unless you like got it specifically to dismantle it. Seems like a pretty shitty deal to dismantle a ring to get just one bronze there.
Come back anytime.
Not yeah, that takes care of that. What if I go look for I go talk to the shop people again? Oh yeah, they have the Flamberge, which is one of the strongest weapons I can get right now.
I have something new to offer you.
What would that be? Hold on, let me wait for the hammering to stop before I find out about that.
What are you looking to buy?
Oh wait, does that mean that her inventory's been extended or what? It doesn't look like there's anything new in here. Guess we can try buying one of these 8-bit coins, because I'm very curious about these. I'm gonna buy one of these, even if it's expensive.
Thank you. Come back anytime.
So I can try to craft something out of that here in the alchemy place.
Are you eating properly? What are we transmuting this time?
What can I do with this? Let's see. I think it's weapons. The ones that take the 8-bit coin, here we go. We can make one of these right now, of all of these. Whip, Renee's Requiem, I don't know, like which of these has good damage? Apparently none of them have as good damage as the one that I currently have, but one that would come closest would be the Deathbringer Axe. Blood Grinder. I'm kind of curious about this one right now, honestly. Cruel and Bloody Sword of Death. Got lances, got more swords, got rapiers, presumably a shield weapon. We got boots. Boreal Rime boots. And Dawnblade, containing the power of dawn. Is that holy element? This might be worth it just for the holy element, because I get the feeling that's going to be like a big leg up over a lot of the enemies, or maybe this for the same reason. Strange powers like holy and well, I guess it would be light in this, not holy. And petrification in that one apparently. So what about this other one? The Blood Grinder has evil attributes. I think I would want to do a different one first. What if I... Okay, I guess Greats already tells me what it is. Clove Honor on one Maraki has 23 attack. And Slashing and Holy Element. What about the other one that I saw? Dawnblade has 23 attack. Let me try the claw thing first, just to see how it works. Yeah, we'll trade this 8-bit coin for a Clove on Maraki.
Come back if things start to go awry.
I'll give this a try. This holy weapon. Oh, if only it were holy enough to make it so that the hammering didn't have to happen. So that we would have been protected from the rage of nature that caused the cracks to appear in the plaster in the first place. Well, let's go this way and make our way back over to where the carriage is. Boy, it didn't even hit. I get a feeling that a lot of these... Fuck, well, if I manage to land a hit there, a lot of these monsters are gonna be weak to holy. So that's, you know, there's the rub. Ow. Gonna be sticking with this sword for quite a while, I feel. Why does that sound have to be so sharp, so clearly audible? Is that really that much better? Hold on, let me try something real quick. What if I switch back to the other with the Flamberge? Shoot him out of it. It's doing like 20 something damage to these guys, but it's actually doing more. Hold on. Well, to that dog maybe, but not to this guy. We switch to Flounders for a little while and see if that's... I'm actually kind of curious because I haven't been able to determine this properly yet. How the damage for each weapon measures up. Oh fuck, I fell all the way down. I only meant to fall down a little bit there, but... So I'm just gonna have to go all the way back up again. Hold on. What's the reason we cannot access this? The part of the room down here. We need a key. Now we need to open that from the other side. That's what we need. Honestly, hold on. I'm gonna make my way back up. I think this calls for a little license from my part. What I think I'm gonna do at this point is I'm gonna make my way back up to the part up there with where the two chests are in that room. And if the freaking I'm gonna get those chests, and after that I'm gonna go back to the save room. And if by that point the hammering still hasn't stopped, I guess I'm gonna take a break and try to come back after the hammering stops. It's not just constantly there. Of course, I don't have any real assurance of like when that will be, but I mean, it went on for a little bit right when I woke up at like 10 in the morning. Didn't last for like that long. Yeah, I guess I can do this now.
What you mean is a giant.
And yeah, unfortunately, I can't really get the dialogue and appreciate it here because I have massive noises to deal with. Hey, what's up?
I'll take you to a place which might be interesting. Kindly remain seated during the journey.
There you go. He has the same dialogue as the boatman from Castlevania, except he drives a carriage in this, I guess. Here we are. Yeah, I'll just be seated here and everything will be perfectly fine. It's like those scenes in movies where, like, the hero just walks away from the explosion and doesn't even flinch. I'm just gonna be nonchalantly seated in the back of the carriage and not fall off. What do we got here? Hatchet heel. While airborne, bring your heel down on enemies like the fall of an axe. So I need to, like, do special... like press down twice as opposed to doing the normal down kick, I suppose. Well, let's take the platform up here. Kung Fu West. How do we fall down here though? Will we end up oh yeah, we're here. It's basically nowhere new, and that's a problem. Damn it. Well, we're getting more shards. Release Toad. From his indentured servitude to the royalty of the Mushroom Kingdom. If only I could. I need to get up there somehow to get that treasure, that MP max up eventually, but I'm guessing that I'll have to do with whenever I get this game's equivalent of the double jump. Still very suspicious of this room, as you might imagine. I'm gonna remark that every single time I come through here. Because it's true. Jeez, I need to hurry this up. The freaking hammering just doesn't stop. Made our way back up here. I'm gonna try to figure out how to even get down there without falling. Just hold left. Okay. Might have to get some food too when I go on my break. Seems like a good time to do it. Obsidian Iron Helm and an extra room with another chest inside. And the lethal boots, yeah, that's what they are. I remember finding those in the PS4. Around this place, I guess. It had to have been one of these places, because it's pretty much within the scope of the area that I explored. I'm actually not even gonna go all the way back across, because that's gonna take a bit. I'm gonna go back down here and... Jesus Christ, I got to save room there. Which will require even more platforming to get back, but that's fine. Just need to, like, bring this to a quick stop here. Miriam Delirium, yes, save over that again. So yeah, since pretty sure the hammering is still going on and it will continue, and it does in fact continue. I'm gonna take a quick break here. Well, I'll try to make it quick. It's really gonna be determined by how long that ends up going for. And I'll see if I can get some food and just get up and stretch and get less of that horrible body heat increase that comes from being sunken in a chair the whole time, or all the time while playing a video game that also causes my computer to heat up. Maybe it doesn't heat up that much as other games cause it to, actually, but yeah. Gotta leave this music playing after I change to the screen, and I will be back whenever it's a bit more fitting for me to be. After 3.5 hours, basically. Gonna have to take a quick break. So I'll see you when I return from that.